Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new live stream from the Do Not Worry Movie Edition, episode 3, folks. We're doing movies. We're talking to movies, and I'm not alone, folks. We got a full house today, a full crew house. We got Nour, we got Karine, and we have Nadim with an M. A lot of people are calling you Nadine with an M. Nadine is a woman's name.
Nadim with an M.
It's a womanly name. This is Nadim with an M, folks. He's here joining us.
It's been so long.
To talk some
Miss
movies.
you so much, guys.
Hello, Sahlan. You're traveling tomorrow?
Yeah, at 12.
Where are you headed?
I'm going to Dubai, and I'm going to Bulgaria.
Bulgaria.
Weren't you recently in Qatar?
Yeah, like
Qatar.
Yes.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Qatar was bombed, folks.
No way, you were in Qatar 2 days ago?
Please, Karine, we called it Qatar on the
Sorry,
spot.
Qatar.
You were in Qatar. Did you get to see any of the fireworks while you were in the...
No.
You didn't have time,
No,
right?
but my plane got delayed for like an hour when I was coming back to Beirut.
Nour is in the chat saying, unemployment gang squad up. Hello, I am T-minus 6
Hello.
days of
Unemployment
folks.
gang, let's go. They can't relate. But Anthony and I can't relate.
T-minus 6 days. I won't be able to relate, folks. And speaking of unemployment, I just I went to pick up my PC today, folks. It's all in parts. I have all the boxes surrounding me. I'm gonna be setting it up tomorrow with Elijah's help. So hopefully by the next live stream on Thursday or Friday, we're gonna have a fully set up, new functioning PC, folks.
Finally.
No. Oh, there's echo. People are saying echo. Okay,
Okay.
Nadim, turn off your mic. Except when you need to talk, you turn on your mic. Nadim has been silent.
I'm out.
We have another mic that we tried to set up for Nadim. For some reason, it wasn't working. So I guess we'll figure your situation out. When you have to talk, nothing you do from the back is going to help. I've had this issue with these mics. It's mixing a USB mic with XLR mics, I think, can be kind of confusing. Anyways, it's okay, folks. Welcome to the podcast. If you'd like to support us, you can support us right here on Patreon, folks. Let me take a second to thank some of our brand new patrons that joined us over the last couple of weeks. We got Elise Marrero, Karen Goodwin, Vince Lasagna, Jennifer Sage, Whoop Whoops, Cara, and unidentified Florida Man. I'm going to be doing an exclusive live stream for patrons and members either early next week or sometime over the weekend. I'm sorry, it's been extremely busy. Or maybe this week, actually. Maybe instead of doing a regular stream, I'll do one for you members. So anyone who becomes a member, anyone who becomes a patron, you're going to get some exclusive content. Another good way you guys can support the channel is via YouTube memberships. You guys can gift memberships or become members of the channel. You can help support us as we start to do this full time. It's also the best way to make sure that I can pay the crew for being here. Also, you guys can engage in the live chat, send some super chats, but to support us, you guys don't have to do any of those things, folks. It's more than enough for you guys to simply, let me get rid of this image, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, make sure you engage with the video, and what is that? Let me get, oh, that's the logo. I can't see, I'm so far away. Is that it right there? Oh, that's the spoiler. Is that the one? No, that's the logo again. Is that the one? Oh, no, that's me. I just want to get rid of that Patreon banner. There you go, folks. I'm going to be setting up the stream deck tomorrow. Everything's going to be going smoothly, swimmingly. Hey, remember, I watched her take doing it live. They couldn't even pull up the videos. So we have better production value than Valuetainment, than PBS. Okay, we got Haley D in the live chat gifting 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you so much, Haley.
Wait, she gifted them earlier, come on.
She gifted earlier as well?
5, yeah.
Thank you, Haley. So she's gifted 10 memberships. Oh, 10 memberships gifted
Thank you, Haley.
Thank you so much, Haley.
Haley,
We love you so
our
much.
mod and donator and queen.
Donator, VIP, mod. Okay, folks, we're going to be going through a few topics today. Let me explain how today's episode is going to work. Since this is Do Not Worry Movies, whatever super chats, if you guys are sending super chats while we're talking about a specific topic, if you send it in while we're talking, for example, we're going to be talking about Tom Cruise being given an honorary stunt Oscar. If you guys send a super chat related to that topic, while we're talking about it, we're going to read your super chat. If you're sending an unrelated question, we'll read it in between topics or near the end of the episode. So we're going to make sure we go through all the super chats. Don't worry. And if you guys have any questions for us about movies, TV, whatever you want to ask us about, feel free
Please
to
go
send
ahead.
those as well in the live chat. All super chats are going to be read at some point in the episode. And we're going to start by just covering a few pieces of news in the world of movies and TV. And then we're going to end the episode by doing our ultimate Zionist Hollywood celebrity tier list with a lot of your favorites, folks. So some of the things we're going to be talking about is, like I mentioned, Tom Cruise being given an honorary Oscar. Danny Boyle saying that he couldn't do Slumdog Millionaire today. The Punisher is joining Spider-Man 4. Harold and Kumar 4 is in the works. The Star Wars Rey movie has been paused yet again. And there's a James Bond director shortlist. We're just going to go through these things really quickly. Have some fun with you guys. And then we're going to get to the tier list. Sound good?
Top.
Yay.
Okay. Shut that microphone off, Nadim. We're gonna figure out we're gonna figure out the other microphone next time. Anyways, folks, let me.
With a new PC, it should
With
be
the new PC, of course,
doable.
everything's gonna be better with the new PC.
Do not worry, rebranded next week.
Like we're really hoping for this PC to change our lives.
I mean, it's not
A
gonna.
lot is depending on this PC.
The PC is not gonna make me all of a sudden know how to fix audio issues on the fly, but I mean, it'll the computer won't overheat anymore. That's already a pretty good thing. Let's start with our first topic, folks. Tom Cruise is going to receive an Oscar, an honorary Oscar for his stunt work. Like recently, the Oscars announced that they're adding a few categories to the Academy. One of them, I think, was like best casting, if I'm not mistaken, and one of them for stunts, which I think is long overdue. Casting is one that is long overdue, like for casting directors. You know what I mean? The people that actually hire the actors to portray a lot of these roles, that deserves recognition. And stunt work. Like, it's insane that stunts have taken this long to be recognized. And the Academy is going to be giving Tom Cruise, so let's read, this is from Collider. Tom Cruise completes his biggest stunt yet, receiving an Oscar. He scaled the Burj Khalifa, clung to planes mid-takeoff, and jumped motorcycles off cliffs.
Jesus.
But this fall, Tom Cruise will pull off his most unexpected feat yet, receiving an Oscar. Cruise is set to receive an honorary Academy Award at the 16th Annual Governors Awards, held November 16th at the Ray Dolby Ballroom at Ovation Hollywood. Joining him in receiving the Academy's highest honorary recognition are Debbie Allen, Wynn Thomas, and Dolly Parton, with Parton being honored with the prestigious Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award. This year's governor is blah, blah, blah. This award marks a significant moment in Cruise's legacy, especially after the role he played in reviving movie-going culture during the COVID-19 pandemic when Top Gun Maverick finally soared into theaters. It didn't just entertain, it resuscitated the industry. The film earned almost $1.5 billion worldwide, became the highest-grossing film of Cruise's career, and was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. In a viral moment at the Academy nominee luncheon that year, Steven Spielberg told Tom Cruise point blank, "You saved Hollywood's ass, and you might have saved theatrical distribution." Seriously, Top Gun Maverick might have saved the entire theatrical industry, which was true. I mean, no one was going to movie theaters when Top Gun came out, but that movie was fucking awesome. They fucking strapped a bunch of IMAX cameras to jets, and people wanted to go watch that shit in IMAX, and I saw it in IMAX too, and it was fucking badass. So anyways, blah, blah, blah. The praise was echoed throughout the industry with glowing critical reviews, word of mouth, power, and repeat viewing phenomenon. Maverick became the film no one saw coming, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, has Cruise won an Oscar before? No, but has he been nominated? He's earned 3 previous nominations, Best Actor for Born on the 4th of July and Jerry Maguire, and Best Supporting Actor for Magnolia.
Oh, yeah, he was
Add in
Magnolia.
classics like A Few Good Men, Risky Business, Vanilla Sky, and the ongoing Mission Impossible franchise. It's clear Cruise has contributed as much to Hollywood prestige as he has to popcorn spectacle. Anyways, what do you guys think of this whole thing? Do you think Tom Cruise deserves an Oscar, an honorary Oscar for stunts? I think the category for best stunts isn't going to be introduced just yet. I think it needs like a year or two to be introduced. So the latest Mission Impossible movie where he's hanging off a plane can't qualify. So I think they're doing this in case he doesn't make another kind of very stunt-heavy movie and he can't actually earn one of those stunt, because like 100%, if they were presenting an Oscar for best stunts this year, Tom Cruise would definitely get it for Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Like, he does like 6 fucking crazy ass stunts in that thing, including hanging on the side of a plane, like diving underwater in a submarine, all that sort of shit. The shit he does all the time. So I think he definitely deserves it. What do you guys think? But do you guys think that like getting an honorary Oscar is kind of like a...
I mean, it's not a real Oscar.
It's not a real Oscar.
Yes,
like, you know what I mean?
It's kind of embarrassing.
Oh,
Embarrassing. Oh, you think
he
it's
deserves it,
embarrassing?
though.
It's still an Oscar, but it's not like he's getting it
That's true.
like everyone else did.
He's not getting it at the main show. He's not going to get to give like that epic speech. Yeah, I think look, Tom Cruise, now that they have that category, I think he's definitely he might just make a movie with stunts just to win that Oscar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Believe so.
He's going to end up just making an Oscar bait stunt movie just so he can get that nomination. I do agree.
Stunt movie.
I do agree getting like an honorary Oscar. I think what's his name? Fuck. Sam Jackson has an honorary Oscar, and like someone like him you think would have one. Like, those things kind of suck. Like, also, when there's a trailer for a movie and they say Academy Award winner, whatever actor's name, if you've gotten an honorary Oscar, do you qualify to get, like, can they say Academy Award winner Tom
yeah,
Cruise?
it's true.
Academy Award
Can you?
winner.
Nadim, you're allowed.
I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it's an award, you know? It's an Oscars, but I think that they gave it to Tom Cruise because he's the only actor that actually deserves this as an actor, not as a stuntman, you know? So that's why.
Yeah, that will definitely. He's the great because he's done so much and like he's known for doing. Turn off that mic. Turn off that mic.
I just disagree. I think he's a better stuntman than actor.
Well, I mean,
Damn.
I think, well, definitely, he's a good actor. Like the movies he does now don't give his acting ability justice. He has more range than we see in the Mission Impossible movies. I think it's time, like now that he's done all these crazy stunt movies, it's time for him to like kind of go back to real acting. You know what I mean? Do some actual acting, Tom Cruise, something that requires.
No, I mean Tom Cruise. He's only made to do these stunts. You know. Like as Nour said, he's not like that good of an. He is a good actor, but I mean, as for like drama, but like for drama and psychological thriller, you can't. I won't expect seeing Tom Cruise in Marriage Story, for example.
But,
you know.
But that's what makes it interesting. I think that's what makes him a surprising choice because he's done Magnolia, he's done like Vanilla Sky. I think he's a pretty good actor. Like even in the when he plays the Nazi general. Like I forgot what that movie was called, directed by Bryan Singer, who's a pedophile creep. I know. I just stating that, but
Who?
I think Bryan Singer.
Oh,
he,
yeah.
He has the ability to do serious acting, but I think it's nice for him to get this, but I think the real prize is him actually getting like a real Oscar. And I do want to give Tom Cruise credit for honestly being like a champion of theatrical distribution and the movies. Like every time a new movie comes out, he goes to the movie theaters and takes a photo holding a movie ticket, like encouraging other people to go to the movies, buy a ticket. Like theatrical distribution is dying. Less and less people are going to the cinema every year. So at least Tom Cruise is definitely...
That's nice.
Yeah, he's doing his part to try and push people to go to the movies. For example, he's such a film nerd that when, on your TVs, when you get a new TV, you'll notice that when you're watching a movie, it has that weird soap opera effect. And you don't know why, like everything looks kind of weird because your TVs have an automatic setting where they put everything at like, they increase the frame rate for you. So things that weren't supposed to look that way end up looking weird. He made a video, him and like the the director of Chris McQuarrie, the director of the Mission Impossible movies, he made a video like a PSA to teach people how to turn that setting off on their TVs just so that they can enjoy
Yeah, I remember that.
the way directors had intended them. So he really is a dude that's like out there trying to sell movies. Now, what's crazy is that, I mean, back in the day, people hated Tom Cruise a few years ago when he was going out with Katie Holmes. Do you guys like remember the whole Katie Holmes thing when he jumped on Oprah's couch?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Karine, you remember that? Let me show you this video.
We're the only pop culture enthusiasts in this room.
This, when he jumped on the couch, this was something that I used to watch like ages ago, and this used to make me fucking laugh. I'm gonna have to mute it at some point, but it's called Tom Cruise Kills Oprah.
Is this real?
It's not real.
Yeah, it's real. This actually happened.
He did like go there and go. He started jumping on. Like he announced to the world that he was dating Katie Holmes. She was like, "Are you in love, Tom?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm in love." She's like, "What is it?" Like, tell me. He started jumping on the couch, acting all fucking weird.
Next up is a
Remember the couch jump?
The couch jump. That was all on Oprah.
Yeah, I know that.
So
What year was this?
It looks like these fucked up AI videos.
It was like 19 years ago or something. It was a long time ago. By the way, I saw a super chat. Is it Jennifer Lopez? All right, it is. Haley D sends $5 and says Jennifer Lopez is so close to having an EGOT. She just needs to get an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony.
And her.
She doesn't even have a Grammy.
Jennifer Lopez is not a good singer.
Bro, but like, dude, a lot of people win Grammys that are not good singers. Macklemore
Yeah,
has a
that's
Grammy.
true, that's
you know what I
true.
mean?
Whoa, not too much on Macklemore.
Yo.
Macklemore is an S-tier Palestine defender, an anti-Zionist, but let's not talk about
Was
the
he
music.
S tier?
A or S? I think we changed him to S.
Wait, I think we need to address the elephant in the room of Tom Cruise being a Scientologist.
It's one of the reasons people hated him as well. Like they hated him for being a Scientologist. They hated him for being he's an absent father. Like he doesn't spend any time with his daughter apparently.
That makes sense.
He's a horrible dad. He spends more time with like
On Burj Khalifa.
like he'll tell you to go to the movies and he'll support movie theaters. He will not support his daughter. So that's Tom Cruise. I'm not defending him as a human being right now, but just what he's done to the industry.
I like his teeth. I like that one of his front teeth is in the middle of his face.
Once you see that, you can't unsee it.
What?
Is there a photo with his teeth here?
I'll show you.
Wait,
Show
show
me.
him.
Right, you can actually see it here. Look at that. Look at that. I'll just zoom into here.
See
See that tooth?
It's in the middle of his
It's
mouth.
kind of in the middle of his mouth. You see,
No
look under his
way.
nose. We're gonna go down the line.
That's
That tooth.
insane.
It's in the center of his mouth.
Zoom out a bit.
It's very strange.
No way, it's so
Wait, he's
weird.
handsome.
I mean, he's a handsome man. He's like 60, bro. He's in his 60s.
He's
Okay.
Nah,
definitely
60s is all
handsome.
hot.
He's in his 60s.
I just feel he's a little bit crazy.
So I
He
mean,
is crazy. You have to be crazy to be a stunt person.
yeah. So I mean, that's it. Tom Cruise is going to be getting an honorary Oscar,
Also, to
folks.
be in a cult.
Wait, I have a question about the stunts Oscars though.
Mm-hmm.
If they make stunts a category at the Oscars, it would just be the stunt people showing up, because those movies, they get Oscar recognition, right?
Oh yeah,
Like movies that typically have stunts are high art.
Yeah, they're gonna. So movies that typically don't get nominated for anything else are gonna get the nomination. Like you're not
Like
gonna
stunt
get
nomination.
It's not gonna get a screenplay nomination as well. You know what I mean? It's just gonna get a stunt. I mean, unless the movie's actually really good, which something like Top Gun, for example. I mean, he did fly his own planes, which counts as a stunt. So, what do you guys think? I think it's an like Nour said, it's kind of an embarrassment to be handed an honorary Oscar. I think, but I mean, if anyone deserves
I
it,
want a real Oscar,
yeah,
not an honorary.
he's gonna get it. I want Tom Cruise to get that real stunt Oscar. He's gonna get it eventually. So we'll support him when he does.
He should try to get an acting Oscar. Oh, and Nadim.
He'll eventually.
Nadim, no say. What do you want to say?
عنده an Oscar?
No, he's been
No.
nominated 3 times, but he's not
no
an
way.
Oscar.
Eyes wide shut.
Moving on to the next topic, folks. We're
Yeah,
gonna-
right, that's good.
Have you guys seen Slumdog Millionaire? Has anyone here seen Slumdog Millionaire?
I think when I was like 14.
I have.
It's the
I
one with Dev
remember.
Patel.
Dev
Yeah.
Patel, the poor Indian kid who ends up winning, who wants to.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
1 second, folks. 1 second, folks. Let's use our brand new. Is that it? Spoiler, folks.
It's not a spoiler for Slumdog Millionaire.
Spoiler for Slumdog Millionaire. Where's the image here? Fuck. Who? Tell me. Is it this one?
It's this one.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Slumdog Millionaire. He ends up winning the million at the end, folks. You can unmute. So when you guys see the spoiler alert, this brand new spoiler alert graphic that we have here, you can, if you haven't seen the movie we're talking about, you can mute and then unmute when the spoiler alert goes away. So okay, he wins the million. Okay, we're gonna remove the spoiler alert. Very useful.
He wa-
He went. So, Slumdog Millionaire. So they were speaking to. So right now there's a 28 years later, which hasn't come out in Lebanon yet, by the way. Is it gonna come out? We don't know. It might be delayed. I hope there's no like Zionists in there. So far, there's no. It's not in theaters so
Mean?
far. 28 years later, isn't out here.
Shismo isn't in the coming soon either. Sorry, different topic. Fantastic Four.
No, Fantastic Four is coming out.
It's
as far
coming
as
for
I know.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
I
Yeah.
saw
Thank
that.
God.
I'll check.
I saw the trailer when I watched the Final Fantasy.
Nour-
Final Destination.
Nour, are you gonna watch Fantastic Four? Because the love of your life, just isn't it? Pedro Pascal.
He's like, stop.
Oh, Pedro.
Eh,
He's
stop.
not done enough. But I saw some Javier Bardem videos speaking about Palestine. Anyways, back to the topic at hand.
Hey,
folks.
sorry. 28 days later.
Danny Boyle is doing the rounds. He's doing interviews for 28 years later, and someone asked him about Slumdog Millionaire, and he had something interesting to say, which I want to discuss with you all. He said, "You'd never make Slumdog today." Danny Boyle on risks, regrets, and returning to the undead. Basically, he's saying the world is too woke now for a white man to make a movie about Indians in India. Let me read the article.
Is
for
that
you.
what he meant?
And I'm saying woke in an ironic way, obviously, folks. We don't use the word woke here. Anyways, he didn't use the word woke. Let me just go to let me just search Slumdog because I ain't gonna read all that. I'm sorry, Danny Boy.
Controversial, but Loki is right.
Good directors reflect the times they work in. Why am I doing an accent? But they're at the mercy of them too. Hot wired on the twists and turns of history. Up 1 year and down the next. And so it is with Boyle, who's traveled from the sunny, cool Britannia uplands of shallow grave and train spotting through the imperial age of Slumdog Millionaire. Okay, that's not what I want.
I don't remember. Was the movie not woke?
Okay,
Was it racist, Loki?
so
Guys,
that-
let me know.
No, it wasn't racist. But like, I guess he's saying it's racist for a white man to make that now. It's like insensitive. You'd want to give that opportunity to an Indian filmmaker so that they can actually. Let's look at it. So he says,
one
Eyes
cares.
of Wonders has safely passed into legend. These days it's up there with James Bond and the Queen. I wonder though how history will judge Slumdog Millionaire, his Oscar-winning 2008 spectacular about a ghetto kid who hits the jackpot. Boyle shot the film in Mumbai, partly in Hindi, and with a local crew. But it was a film of its time, and the world has moved on. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to make that now, he says, and that's how it should be. It's time to reflect on all that. We have to look at the cultural baggage we carry and the mark that we've left on the world. Is he saying that the production itself amounted to a form of colonialism? No, he says. Well, only in the sense that everything is. At the time, it felt radical. We made the decision that only a handful of us would go to Mumbai. We'd work with a big Indian crew and try to make a film within the culture. But you're still an outsider. It's still a flawed method. That kind of cultural appropriation might be sanctioned at certain times, but at other times it cannot be. I mean, I'm proud of the film, but you wouldn't even contemplate doing something like that today. It wouldn't even get financed. Even if I was involved, I'd be looking for a young Indian filmmaker to shoot it. And yeah, that's basically what he had to say. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he's right about feeling like maybe if they wanted to make Slumdog Millionaire today, he would, like, even if he wanted to be involved, he would pass it off to an Indian filmmaker to shoot the film? Do you guys think it's okay for white filmmakers to direct films about Chinese culture, Asian culture, whatever it is, a film set in Lebanon? Or do you guys think it should be a local filmmaker to tell a local story in these times? It's kind of like maybe it could be comparable to casting. A lot of people want to cast gay actors to play gay characters. Stop casting straight actors to play gay characters. Like don't you have to hire a trans actor to play a trans character. A lot of people don't want to hire cis actors to play trans characters. So is that comparable to that, where you kind of want to hire, if you're making a story, like for example, Marvel made sure to hire Ryan Coogler, a black director, to make Black Panther, like a movie that was, and they made a big deal about it being like an all-black crew, almost an entire black cast, etc. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys want to?
I think as a director, it's cool whenever you have the liberty to do any movie, like anywhere geographically speaking. It doesn't matter if you're like, if you're Lebanese or Indian or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter the nationality, because sometimes, like for example, if you're like a Lebanese guy and you went to France, for example, and you saw like a really small story of I don't know, like a little kid, a little girl, blah blah blah. You can do the story even if it's like very French, and like it goes back to the roots of French people and everything. But at the end of the day, you're a director, so you'll document it the way you're saying it. Mm-hmm. But yes, I know. But if you look at it from another perspective, definitely that you have to. And you can't. If you want to talk about the roots, you can't change them. If you want to talk about culture, you can't change the culture so it fits your film. Mm-hmm. Or for example, if you're Lebanese, you can't change the French culture so it kind of fits the Lebanese culture for your Lebanese audience to watch it. You should you should stay, as long as you're ethical. I think that's.
I agree with Nadim. I think it's unnecessary. With actors, I don't care about straight actors doing gay acting, but خلاص, whatever. For the directors.
So what did you say? You don't agree with what?
She doesn't either.
No, you don't agree with what? What did you say? Gay actors having to play.
I don't care about straight actors playing gay characters. But I think he's being dramatic. I think as a white director, you could do a non-white story.
Definitely, I think so too. I know it's a piece of art, and you're a director. It's not like, I know, as long as the portrayal is right and well researched and respectful, whatever. And even if it's not, like, no one would have watched it and no one would have liked it, so it would have gotten lost, and I don't care about that.
I know you can take the same example and put it, for example, on a painting. If someone went to India and drew, a paysage from India, he won't. As an artist, you won't like change the scenery. Like if there is like a really cultural tree and everything, you won't change it. The same thing applies to movies. As long as you're ethical with your documentation and everything, you can do whatever you want.
I agree. I kind of think, like, for example, me, if I were to make a movie, I kind of want to tell a story that I know or that I'm familiar with. So if I'm to make a movie, I'll most likely do something set in Lebanon with Lebanese characters, because that's the world that I know. These are the people that I know. That's the culture that I know. It's easier for me to make that happen. But if there was a story that I, for example, like really wanted to tell that was set in another country, I think I should have the right to be able to do that, as long as I'm respecting the other culture. Now, if it's a movie that's very specifically about like an Indian character, and like I want to get into the psyche of that character, as a director, I'm going to want to work with Indians and people from there to get into the mind of my character. I'm going to want to learn about the culture. I'm going to want to learn about where would that character be living? How would that lifestyle be? What would his house look like? For that, you'd have to do a lot of research, spend a lot of time in India, meeting with people, like, etc. So there is a way. I'm sure that what Danny Boyle and his team did, and I like what they did. Like, they took a small crew, a core crew, like a director, probably like the DOP or whoever else he wanted to work with, and the rest of the crew was Indian. I think that's okay. They do that a lot in Lebanon. Like, there's a lot of like European filmmakers that come here. They hire local crews, Lebanese people, and like the director or something is foreign, and sometimes having a foreign director helps to fund the film. Like if they're like, look, we have this famous director, he's made a lot of Oscar-nominated films. Like having Danny Boyle attached to Slumdog Millionaire was probably a reason that helped it get financed. So he's also kind of ignoring that, but I get what he means. If you guys have seen The Studio, which is a very funny show on Apple TV, like there's the episode where
Catherine Hahn, Seth Rogen. Yeah.
The studios are really nice.
it's very funny where they're casting the Kool-Aid Man, and they start panicking like they're casting a black actor. Is that racist? And then if you're casting a white actor, is that racist? I think movie studios are kind of worried nowadays because of social media, and people tend to be very up in arms about these sorts of things. So they are way more calculated. Like, is it racist if we hire a white man to make a movie about Indians? So people, I think, are overcorrecting the issue. I get that there has been a lot of lack of sensitivity and a lack of representation in Hollywood. This might be a slight overcorrection, I think.
Yeah. I think this would only help the production, like hiring a local crew. You know, I want to give an example that happened here in Lebanon. Like last year, whenever the war broke out in, not in Dahia, but in the south, you know, there was like this club a club of filmmakers that went and like did, to be honest, really nice and really cool movies and short films about the south. What happened is that now, like if I don't live in the south, can I do a film about the south of my country?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't live no, their misery and their fear and everything. It's the same thing that would apply. But at the same time, I'm a Lebanese guy, you know.
Yeah. No, I feel you. It's all about, I think, just respecting the local culture, having the right angle, and working with locals to make sure that.
Alice said something about Slumdog Millionaire.
Who?
Alice in the chat.
Oh, yeah?
There were literally protests here in India at the time, like during the Slumdog Millionaire, and she said people had signs saying, "quote unquote," "I'm not a dog." So I guess it wasn't well received in India.
Oh, yeah, so I don't remember the content. Like there were scenes like that were depicting a lot of poverty for sure. Like there was a lot of poverty porn in there to show you how bad the main character's living situation was. So if there was like a reference to Indians being represented as dogs,
Stop.
I do not remember that at all. So if that's the case, then definitely. And I'm sure that might be what Danny Boyle is talking about, doing things that are
it's just
insensitive.
I think like if you had
She
nothing,
get a fidget toy.
if you're a good director, like you have nothing to worry about. Honestly, I don't think he would have said that.
Yeah.
And,
Ha! Nour, you're ending everyone today.
No, but Danny Boyle is a great filmmaker. I do love Danny Boyle. I'm a
I
big
know.
fan of his.
I mean, if his conscience was clear, he
Yeah.
wouldn't have said that.
I mean,
He
look,
would have been like, it would have totally passed that. To
Yeah,
today's
and
film.
there's a lot of movies with like dated comedy and humor and jokes that don't pass today, like Spider-Man from 2002, one of my most influential movies of all time, directed by Sam Raimi. There's a gay joke in there. There's like a homophobic slur that Peter Parker tells the wrestler inside of the ring. You know what I mean? He's like, "Nice outfit. Did your husband give it to you?" Well, if Peter Parker's a
Yeah, I
homophobe.
remember
Like,
that.
you gotta overlook these things sometimes, but I mean, I get it. Hey, for the Indian community to be pissed off, that means he must have done something wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on to the next topic, folks. We're gonna try not to spend too much time on this one. John Bernthal, who I think is also a Zionist. Should we add him to the list? John Bernthal, folks, the actor who portrays the Punisher in the Marvel Netflix
What?
show.
He's a Zionist?
He looks like a Zionist.
I think so. He's joining Spider-Man Brand New Day, which means it might not come out in Lebanon unless we have by then.
Wait, he's not Israeli though.
No, I know. So John Bernthal joins Tom Holland in Spider-Man. It's official. So there's going to be the Punisher in the new Spider-Man movie.
I have a question about the Punisher.
Yeah, we'll get to it. John Bernthal has appeared in several Marvel television series as the Stone Cold vigilante known as the Punisher, even headlining his own series. Now he's taken his guns to the big screen. Bernthal has joined Tom Holland in Spider-Man Brand New Day, the latest Spider-Man movie from Sony and Marvel. Destined Daniel Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi, will be directing the feature, which will shoot in England this summer and has a July 31, 2026 release date. Much of the movie remains shrouded in mystery. Movie rumor websites have listed upwards of a dozen possible villains, from crime bosses to alien symbiotes, who could appear in the feature, as well as a couple of different versions of the Hulk. They've also said that Zendaya is coming back as MJ and Jacob Batalon is coming back as his best friend Ned, although how their roles are blah blah blah, we don't know. Having Bernthal as the Punisher seems to point to a slightly more grounded angle on the story, as the character hails from the gritty street corner of Marvel's universe, and in the comics at least uses fists, knives, and guns to tussle with bad guys rather than spells or fancy tech. Blah blah blah. Anyways, would you guys care? I mean, the Spider-Man movies are still kind of interesting, aren't they? Out of all the Marvel movies that come out, people are still interested in Spider-Man.
I'm actually waiting for this movie to come out. I want to see how they would like change the narrative after No Way Home.
When's it coming out?
It said July 2026. I think it's cool. Like the layout, all the Spider-Man movies have been pretty fantastical. He's had the Iron Man Jr. armor almost, where he's been more Iron Man than Spider-Man. He's been hanging out with the Avengers. There's always too much going on in these Spider-Man movies. So the end of No Way Home kind of promises a more grounded story. So Punisher is the ultimate street level character. Like him and Daredevil, they're just walking around, fucking killing people and breaking necks and shit like that. So I think it could be fun. And like Punisher's first ever appearance was in a Spider-Man comic. I have a reprint hanging on my wall in my room of that comic. It's a very known issue. So maybe the Punisher is out to try to kill Spider-Man and then they team up. It could be something like that. Maybe Spider-Man is going to try to stop Punisher. They're definitely going to have disagreements because Punisher likes to kill people, as you guys know. And Spider-Man is anti-killing. So is that going to be a struggle? Now,
I hope they go back to the Spider-Man 1 and 2 narrative and the character of like, him being a poor guy with like a scratched mask and everything.
That's what we all
I don't like whenever they go really high tech with the suits and everything.
I know it sucks. I really miss the Sam Raimi one where he lived in like a shitty. But that's the end of No Way Home. He gets this shitty little apartment. Like they finally take him to where we've wanted him to be, with the shitty apartment, no job, with a little police tracker.
Yeah, that was nice. I forgot about.
Yeah,
that.
like that's what we want. So hopefully. But it got risky because people are saying this movie was coming out between the two big multiverse Avengers movies. So like, was it going to be a big multiverse story, or were they going to be able to keep it? They're
gonna branch it out, I think. And what they're gonna do with Spider-Man, they're gonna start with like this new branch of the story. Then they're gonna expand it into like a new multiverse. Most probably, I think that he's gonna meet like a new enemy and everything. Then they're gonna expand it, and they're gonna put it in the other cinematic universe.
But I hope there's no multiverse in this. I hope it's a multiverse-free, just chill Spider-Man movie where he's poor, fighting some cool villains.
I just hope like they go back to being chill and like
With the whole
with
MCU
not too
thing.
many characters and crossovers. I just can't anymore. Please stop.
But anyways, I don't have much to say about this. It's just.
I have a
Oh yeah, you had a question about Punisher. That's right.
Punisher. Why is his logo on every biker? Like, why do bikers and like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like
But
gangs
I don't
identify
think they know
Punisher.
what the logo is.
Sure.
I don't think they know that this is the Punisher.
But it's
logo.
weird that the Punisher logo became so widespread and like
I mean,
mainstream.
I mean, it's a skull, so I
But
think
it's a
people
specific
think
skull.
It's
It's like weird that the specific design that's so niche.
Ditchy metal. It's the
Became
same
that
thing
popular.
with
It's
yeah.
Ragnarok.
yeah, it's been the logo has been appropriated by like badass people, like cops. Use the logo a lot in the States.
Yeah,
It's used by
they
cops.
do.
So that-
Hashtag Blue Lives Matter.
And they actually kind of
course.
touch on that in the Daredevil, the new Daredevil series, Daredevil Born Again on Disney Plus, where Punisher is out there killing cops that use his logo, and they're like pretending to be the Punisher in the streets. So yeah, his logo has been used by a lot of people, and they even redesigned his logo in the Marvel comics at one point to get away from that whole thing, from like right wingers using his logo.
Yeah.
And it's on a lot of like right winger T-shirts and like patriotism T-shirts and stuff like that. So
Make America great again.
but yeah, MAGA. Basically, it's very much associated with MAGA at this point. So I'm trying to turn off our mics when Nadim is speaking so that there's no echo. So that's what sometimes you might not hear me. Anyways, moving on to the next topic. That way we'll try to avoid some.
I don't think you have to mute us if Nadim is speaking, because the problem is that when we're speaking and his mic is on, it's echoing. So we're good.
Oh, okay. We got 200 of you guys in the live chat right now. Thank you for joining us. Harold, have you guys seen the Harold and Kumar movies?
Nope.
Has anyone here seen the Harold and Kumar movies?
No.
Never interested me.
You guys have never seen them, huh? Well, we're going to get through this one very fast because Harold and Kumar 4 has been announced, folks, as you guys know.
Aren't they so old now?
The stoner duo, folks. They are the modern day Cheech and Chong, essentially. So Harold and Kumar 4 in the works. John Cho and Kal Penn expect to... Yeah, Kal Penn used to work for President Obama, bro. Like, he joined the White House at some point. Like, shit got weird. So break out the White Castle because Kal Penn and John Cho are expected to return for another Harold and Kumar adventure. A fourth movie is in the works with the original Harold and Kumar writers John Hurwitz and Hayden Schlossberg, set to direct a new installment in the Buddy Stoner comedy series, Variety has confirmed. They will also write the screenplay with Josh Held. Mandate Pictures, which is owned by Lionsgate, will produce The film, Cho and Penn are presumed to reprise their roles as Harold and Kumar, but no deals have been finalized. It's unclear if Neil Patrick Harris, who played a pivotal role in the film series, will be back. Oh, that's right. Neil Patrick Harris was in the second one. We're fired up to bring Harold and Kumar back in a return to the unapologetically R-rated, smoke-filled chaos that started it all. Hurwitz and Schlossberg said in a statement to Hollywood Reporter, which broke the news, "It's high time they puff and pass their wisdom onto a new generation. Just don't tell their just don't tell their kids. They're gonna have kids in the movie." The original adventure, 2004's Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, follows two pals, blah, blah, blah. And then they made a second one in 2008. Harold and Kumar escape from Guantanamo Bay. And 2011's A Very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas. Wow, that was 14 years ago.
When 3D was the rage.
Yeah, 3D, man. Yeah, so mid-2010s. We would love to do a fourth movie. John Cho and I text about it all the time. Penn told Variety in 2020. And they're also bringing, I think it's going to be directed by the guy who did the Karate Kid series on Netflix. So so you guys haven't seen it, you guys don't care. As the only one here who is not a stoner, who has never, none of us here have ever partaken in smoking. We live in Lebanon. It is exactly. Nadim doesn't even know what we're talking about. And by the way, hearts to our president, Joseph Owen. We love hearts. Do not put us in prison, President Owen, for anything that we say or do. Everything we say on this podcast is a joke.
We need to do the.
So being the only one here who has seen Harold and Kumar, and I watched A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas in 3D in theaters. I was still living in the States by then, so I was there. I was there, and I saw the 3D in all its glory as it was intended to be seen, folks. Okay.
3D was the most awful thing to happen to cinemas.
I think 3D hurt cinemas. People stopped going to the cinema because they were of the 3D add-ons.
Because they were getting headaches from the 3D glasses.
It was horrible.
Yeah, especially when you wear glasses, so you have to wear the glasses over the glasses. Horrible.
I'm excited about this. It's been 14 years. Enough time has passed. You know what I mean? It's not going to make a lot of money. I don't think so. It's going to be for like millennials. You know, Gen Z.
Millennial.
Yeah. Gen Z doesn't give a fuck
Shame.
about Shame. Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they don't give a fuck about Harold and Kumar. I'm gonna be there, you know what I mean? My old ass gonna be sitting in that. I'm gonna be like 35 when this shit comes out, you know what I mean? Like, oh, Harold and Kumar did it again. So I guess I'm excited. I'll see it. There's not enough stoner comedies that make it to theaters. I mean, when was the last big hit stoner, like Pineapple Express, which was fucking like 2008 or some shit? 2009, when was that? Then Harold and Kumar Christmas. They don't make stoner comedies anymore, bro.
In Lebanon, there was like this Mafi Mitlo film that had like the stoners.
Really? I think the thing is, once weed started to become legal in so many states across America,
not fun anymore.
It's not cool anymore. Like, oh, he's just like, yeah, it's like now it's like everybody smokes, bro. Everywhere you walk, you got moms walking around puffing blunts.
My mom has a Benjamin.
Damn, this is live, Karine. We're kidding. In Minecraft,
It's non-THC vape.
It's non-THC. It's no. You can find CBD in Lebanon. It's a CBD one, right?
I can't.
We love you.
We love you so much, bro.
Nawaf salam. We love everybody.
Shout out to Lebanese Republic.
Look, I'll watch it. Fuck. You know what I mean? Bring Neil Patrick Harris. Is Neil Patrick Harris problematic? Has he done something?
He's gay.
That's not
No, he's not problematic. He's not
cool?
problematic.
He's all right. Okay.
From what I know.
Okay, yeah, that's because I haven't caught up on. Yeah, he's been like.
Is he related to Kamala Harris?
Actually, I think he. Did I?
I never thought about that.
No, I don't think so. Maybe the white side. Maybe her white side.
I don't think she has a white side. I don't think she has a white side.
I mean, that's that. Let us know in the chat. Are you guys excited for a new Harold and Kumar?
Politics said at Karine say bidet. Bidet. Wait, you guys say bidet.
Yeah, Politics agrees. Weed was
Bidet.
cool when it was inaccessible.
Say it.
Bidet.
Be there.
I'm in Texas, no White Castle. Coyote, honestly, White Castle is overrated. I've never had the real White Castle. I got the frozen ones at like a 7-Eleven once, stuck them in the oven. That shit was fucking gross, bro. Let me tell you guys, that shit was really disgusting. Okay, Daisy Ridley's Rey movie. Do you guys care? Do you guys want to talk about Star Wars, or do you guys not give a shit? Have you guys seen
I know you like Star Wars, so
Have you
you
seen the
can
new
talk.
trilogy?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk.
No, I've seen them, and I saw Rogue One. I didn't know they were making a Rey movie though.
We're going to talk Star Wars really quickly, folks. Star Wars. Daisy Ridley's Star Wars movie gets another disappointing update. So it was announced not too long ago that they were making a solo Rey movie. It was going to take place after the recent trilogy, the sequel trilogy, so after episode 9. It wasn't technically going to be episode 10, just a Rey movie. Okay, let's see what's going on with this.
Oh.
The Daisy Ridley-led Star Wars film is reportedly facing another major hurdle during development as Lucasfilm begins to focus on another upcoming feature-length project. The next chapter in Rey Skywalker's storyline is currently set to be directed by... Well, actually, you know what? Can someone I forgot to put my rice in the fridge. Someone finish reading this for the audience.
Elijah's in chat, and let's just say hi to Elijah, everyone.
Elijah, hey
Elijah.
Elijah.
What should we read?
We need you. Sure.
What
we
was
should.
the closest
Okay.
to read?
According to the industry insider Daniel Richman, Lucasfilms has put. I can see.
Me
Long.
neither.
You
We're
read it.
struggling.
I can't see either.
You're wearing your glasses.
Oh, I'm blind. I have weak vision. Oh, wait.
Go ahead.
Sorry, folks.
So we couldn't see, bro. To
Have
be
to be
honest.
responsible if you leave that rice out too long, folks. It goes bad, you know what I'm saying? So the Daisy Ridley-led Star Wars film is reportedly facing another major hurdle during development as Lucasfilm begins to focus on another upcoming feature-length project. The next chapter in Rey Skywalker's storyline is currently set to be directed by Sharmin Obaid-Chinoy, who made Miss Marvel, but it appears that Star Wars fans will have to wait even longer to hear good news about the film. According to industry insider Daniel Richman, Lucasfilm has put the long gestating Rey Star Wars film on hold. Rumored to be titled New Jedi Order, the project has seen a rotating crew of writers, with the latest being George Nolfi, who wrote Ocean's 12 and The Bourne Ultimatum. However, it seems other Star Wars films are taking precedent at the studio, including Sean Levy's Starfighter and James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi. Richmond states that the Rey movie is not cancelled, yeah right, but it is now on the back burner for the foreseeable future, which means it's cancelled, folks. Of course, the rumor should be taken with a grain of salt, but it's not a shocking development considering Lucasfilm's history. Anyways,
Why, though?
look, Star Wars, Lucasfilm has been pretty known for canceling projects recently. All they do is announce movies and they don't make them. Patty Jenkins was supposed to make some kind of Star Pilot movie. That got canceled. The guys from Game of Thrones, Benioff and Weiss, were supposed to make a Star Wars trilogy based on the Knights of the Old Republic. That got canceled. Ryan Johnson was supposed to make a Star Wars trilogy. That got canceled. That disappeared. They keep announcing movies left and right, and then they cancel movies left and right. So them announcing a Rey movie and then canceling it is not surprising. Them saying that it's been postponed, I don't believe it for a second. I don't think they're going to make it. I liked The Force Awakens. I thought The Force Awakens was a nice movie. I thought The Last Jedi was an interesting movie. I get what Ryan Johnson was doing, but it was a horrible sequel to The
Yeah, I don't
Force
like it
Awakens.
either.
And it fucking ruined. They tried to like undo everything that he did in The Last Jedi with the Last Skywalker, whatever the fuck it was called, and that was fucking horrible. The third one was the worst of all of the three. So they kind of killed that trilogy. So they kind of killed, I think, any excitement for anyone to have Rey come back. I think if they do want to make a Rey movie, it's like to wash the bad taste out of people's mouths from the last trilogy. So I think that trilogy really divided audiences. A lot of people hate Rey for the wrong reasons. Like, oh, it's a girl. They made a girl a Jedi. It's like for those people, fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? That's not the problem. But I think kind of move on from the Rey character. Like, I don't know. I'd be happy to see a movie with Rey, I guess. But like her training, I guess a younger Jedi or something. But like, I would rather just move on from like all of this stuff. Let's just pretend this trilogy never happened. You know what I mean? She's like Palpatine's granddaughter or something, bro. Like, spoilers. Sorry, folks. Spoiler alert.
Whoa.
But what do you guys think?
Bro, like, to be honest, I haven't seen one single Star Wars film. I hate this whole franchise.
But turn off your microphone. Cut. You're done contributing to this topic.
Nadim, I understand you.
I also don't care about this. Like, I've only seen the original Star Wars movies.
Hello,
and
Anthony.
Sorry.
No,
You have the wrong
I like the original
planet.
trilogy.
No, guys, I'm not offended. I'm sick of Star Wars. Like, I'm sick of Star Wars. Lucasfilm did kind of run it into the ground with like all these shitty TV show after shitty TV show. Like, I loved the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian. Season 3 was horrible. The last like 3 shows they made were horrible.
Andor was good.
Andor was incredible. Andor is the greatest thing Star Wars has ever made since like The Empire Strikes Back. Andor is like is high art. Andor is like an HBO show that happens to be set in the world of Star Wars. It's so fucking good. I love Andor. Other than Andor, you know, and the first couple seasons of like they're making a Mandalorian movie. Who cares, bro? It's on TV. It's on fucking Disney Plus for free. You can watch it for $8 a month. I don't think people are going to be excited to go to the movies to watch something they've been watching on TV for the past like 4 years. To watch it on a like that's there hasn't been a Star Wars movie in cinema since 2019. Anyway, I don't really care. Like they kind of killed the brand. Star Wars needs
Ugh, it
I
was
believe-
pre-pandemic?
pre-pandemic, bro. The last movie I had seen in theaters before the pandemic hit was fucking Rise of Skywalker. That was the last fucking movie I saw in cinemas before COVID hit. It was horrible. But yeah, so none of us really care, folks. But I mean, good luck, I guess. One final topic before we get to the tier list, folks. James Bond. They're working on a new James Bond film. They still haven't chosen the new actor to replace Daniel Craig, but they have a short list of potential directors to make the film, apparently. Rumor has it. And the short list includes Denis Villeneuve, Edgar Wright, and Christopher Nolan's brother.
Why brother?
What's his name?
I forgot his name. I forgot his name is, but he wrote that show on the cowboy show on HBO.
Yellowstone?
No, not Yellowstone. The one like the Jurassic Park. It's the Westworld. He wrote Jonathan Nolan. He wrote Westworld. He wrote
Westworld?
Yeah, Jonathan Nolan has written a lot of movies.
طب
and
ليه ما حطوه معروف؟ أي حطوا اسمه.
He also co-wrote.
Anthony Sargon.
He wrote the Nolan space movie. What was that one called? Interstellar. I think Jonathan Nolan co-wrote Interstellar.
Oh, really?
Like so he's a talented writer. Anyways, let's see. When Amazon purchased MGM for $8.5 billion back in 2022, they found themselves in the James Bond business, as the Bond franchise was set up at MGM, and they wanted to start making Bond movies as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, creative disagreements between Amazon MGM Studios and producers Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli slowed down the process. So earlier this year, Amazon paid off Wilson and Broccoli so they can gain creative control over the franchise for the foreseeable future.
Wilson Broccoli.
They paid them $1 billion, bro, just to fuck off. Hiring Amy Pascal of Pascal Pictures and David Heyman of Heyday Films to produce the next Bond film. Pascal and Heyman will be choosing the next actor to play Bond. Rumors are swirling. Could it be Aaron Taylor Johnson, Aaron Pierre, someone else? But Matthew Baloney of Puck News reports that the primary focus right now is on securing a director. And Heyman's top choice for director was Children of Men director Alfonso Cuarón, who he worked with on Gravity and the Harry Potter films. But Cuarón has reportedly passed on the offer. So now, the Bond 26 director shortlist is set to consist of Edgar Berge, who made Conclave, Denis Villeneuve, who made Dune, Edgar Wright, Baby Driver, and Paul King, who made Paddington, and Jonathan Nolan, who made... Oh, he's also working on the Fallout series. That's cool. Berger is said to be the only one who has already pitched his take on Bond to the producers, but the others are expected to meet with them in the coming days. So let's just discuss these potential directors for Bond. What do you guys think? I mean, look, let me. Edward Berger is an inspired choice. Conclave was a pretty fucking badass movie, except there was one scene that I didn't like in that film. The rest of it I thought was pretty nice.
Which scene?
Where they just assumed that the person who bombed the Vatican was a Muslim, and they all just go with it. They're like, he's probably like a Muslim, and then like that's what it actually was. Like no one corrected it.
Remember that?
Dude, I thought like when the priests are in like the theater hall or whatever, they bomb it. I was expecting it. I thought the twist was gonna be that like actually a Christian bombed it, or like you know what I mean?
Muslim.
Like, those Muslims want us.
They kept the film going.
So I just didn't. I thought that was. I'm not even Muslim, but I felt I'm like this is offensive to me for some reason.
Although some of those cardinals were pretty progressive.
Yeah.
I know. So I think Edward Berger of Conclave is an inspired choice.
Edward
Denis
Berger.
Villeneuve, I think is great, but I think he's too
poetic. I hope they don't give it to Denis Villeneuve because he's gonna fuck up the franchise, because he does like these
I like
long but he does like this long Tarkovsky shots and long. It's like very poetic, and it's not for a James Bond film. To me, I think it's either Jonathan or Berger. Berger, yeah.
Berger.
Berger.
So I think Denis Villeneuve could be a good choice, but like I don't see it. Like he's too grandiose. When I think Denis Villeneuve at this point, I can't think small scale. He's made small scale movies before. He's made like Prisoners, and he's made Incendie. He's made all sorts of fucking amazing, brilliant films. But now he's making these very grand, like
even Incendie, it's like grandiose, long shot films. It's like slow paced. Then you have like the climax. But James Bond, it's like a fast food film, you know. You wanna sit back, relax, watch some action, fast scenes, fast cuts.
It needs to be more exciting.
What's coming to mind, Hella, is the last Batman movie.
The Batman
is usually fast-paced, but the last one was very slow and.
Did you like
exactly.
it? I loved the last one.
I loved it.
Much, which is why I'm thinking this might be like a different take on a James Bond movie.
I mean, look, Sam Mendes made like the last 2 or 3. He made a couple of the last James Bond films. Sam Mendes, and like he's a very.
It's Skyfall actually. It's like
he
the biggest.
Did Skyfall, and look, to be fair, I didn't love people love Skyfall. It's not my favorite. I thought it was a bit too artful for just fucking go out and shoot people, bro. Like, well, what are we doing here? but yeah, I don't like it when they try to like James Bond should still be fun. It should still be kind of campy. I love the like for example, Casino Royale is my favorite James Bond movie of all
Because
time.
he's like a machine.
It's fucking
I
great.
hate it whenever they give him a lot of feelings and okay, like I know that he is a human at the end of the day, but whenever they give them a lot of like a side feeling story, I
But
don't like it.
there was romance in Casino Royale. That's where he like fell in love. But like the
It
problem
wasn't
is they,
intensified.
but they kept that story going for a while. But like I love Casino Royale. The next few, they didn't really speak to me that much. The next Daniel Craig Bond films, despite me loving the first one. I think who were the rest of the directors? Edgar Wright, I think, is not a good choice.
Edgar Wright is not a good choice at all.
Yeah, Edgar Wright is not a good choice at all. But I love Edgar
I like
Wright.
his movies, but
Yeah, I love his movies. He's made the Cornetto trilogy. He's made like The World's End.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. He's
Baby
great.
Driver.
I don't like Baby Driver. He's made Scott Pilgrim versus the World. He's great,
Yeah.
but I think he's too fun. Like if
Yeah, he's
but
too
like,
fun.
unless they make it an Edgar Wright James Bond film. If they're trying to emulate the old Daniel Craig movies with Edgar Wright, horrible fit. If it's going to be a pure Edgar Wright film where it's going to be exciting and fun, and unlike the last few James Bond movies we've had, then I'd be interested because it'll be very kinetic, very energetic. He has fast cuts, like very dynamic editing. I really like Edgar Wright, but I don't know if he's the right fit for this. And then they also said
Christopher Nolan's
The-
brother.
the Paddington guy. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the Paddington films, but I know they're very good. And Jonathan Nolan. I think Jonathan Nolan would actually be great because Christopher Nolan has expressed in the past that he would love to make a Bond film. So if you can't get Christopher Nolan, you can get his fucking brother. You know Christopher Nolan is going to be there giving him some notes. He's going to be giving his brother some advice. He's going to be helping him out with the IMAX cameras and the IMAX setup and making it a fucking badass thing. So I think Jonathan Nolan has been working on smaller stuff and Fallout and writing. I think
Fallout's actually really cool.
I haven't seen it because I've never played the game, so I haven't seen the series. But I think Jonathan Nolan could actually be a good choice on this list, or Edward Berger, depending on his pitch.
But personally, I think that they're gonna choose Jonathan, and it's only for like a marketing purpose, you know.
From the brother of Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, he would.
Guys, haram.
People would go to this. I think people would go to the movies to watch a film from the brother of Christopher Nolan, not for like Edgar Berger.
Let us know what you guys think in the chat. And we are done with the first half of this episode, folks. 51 minutes. 51 minutes of fun Hollywood topics. Hopefully you guys are having fun. We got 200 of you guys in the live chat.
Wait, guys, follow my Letterboxd. Everyone who followed it last time, thank you. And whoever didn't follow it, follow. I'm gonna put it in the chat now. Thanks. Okay, that's it.
Follow Karine's Letterboxd, everybody. Now, folks, for the moment you've all been waiting for, we are going to do the ultimate Hollywood celebrity, Zionist celebrity tier list.
Let's go.
Last week we did the anti-Zionist celebrity tier list. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of drama on here, folks, arguing who's going to make it onto the list, who's not going to make it onto the list. We have a whole bunch of Zionists to list for you. We're going to be having some fun with them. Let's get going. Let's take a quick peek at who we have over here. Ooh, a lot of favorites. We got Sacha Baron Cohen over here. We got Madonna, Mark Zuckerberg. Who's that lady right down there?
Whoa, I can't see. Wait, I'll open it.
Wait, Mian. That's Kylie Jenner.
Oh, Kylie Jenner.
Okay.
We got Kylie Jenner. We got Michael Rappaport. We got Elon Musk.
You're gonna have to zoom in so we see the face.
Okay, yeah. We got what the fuck was this guy called again? Eli Roth.
Eli Roth,
Oh, Nadim, I don't follow you. I'm gonna follow you now.
Adam Brody.
We got some fun ones,
Jordan
folks.
Peele.
Let's get going. Starting with, okay, so how are we going to? So how are we judging them? Kind of
Okay.
how we did last time. I think it's a mix of how famous they are, how talented. For example, Quentin Tarantino. He's a world-class director, but he's also a raging Zionist. So
D.
that would be an S. Like he's an S-tier Zionist. Like you know what I mean?
Oh, like he's a really good
He's a
Zionist?
He's a good Zionist. The
What?
best- yeah.
Can we?
So if you're an
Fuck.
So if you're an S-tier Zionist, that means you're a raging Zionist. You got to fucking he's a real Zionist. Pure.
I don't think we should. We should. Everyone is a Zionist.
But then who would be an
here, and
S
then?
then?
We should rank them on how much we like them.
No,
What?
we should
No.
rank them on
Like
how good
them?
of a Zionist they are. How big of a Zionist they are. The bigger the Zionist,
I think it's funnier like
the
that.
higher
What?
the ranking. Yeah, and the shittier
But
the Zionist.
most of them are like pretty much Zionist.
لا في different
there's
في
different
different
levels.
مثلا Deborah. Oh,
Yeah,
spoilers.
like
Deborah Messing
Deborah
is
Messing
very
is like
evil.
yeah, Deborah Messing is like a high, big, classy.
I already don't like.
You know what I mean? No, it's
We're
gonna
gonna
be
fight
fun.
you to the death.
It's
No
gonna be
one.
so fun. Okay, who's more of a Zionist? That's the fun stuff. Not how much do we like these people, because now we all hate them.
No, I think every Zionist is like, خلاص, if you're related to Zionism, you're
Look,
S tier.
Just being on this tier list means they've lost. So we agree with you. Everyone here is a loser. We hate them. They're disgusting. You know what I mean? Everyone. But how much do we hate them? We hate the S tiers more. And the F tiers, maybe there's hope. Like maybe an F tier Zionist
There's
could
hope.
convert into like a pro-Palestinian. So maybe. So we're gonna start.
Definitely, Dwayne.
Everyone says I'm
Rock
with Nour. This is terrible
Johnson.
framing. Well, I'm sorry, everyone.
No one cares about
I
your
decide.
opinion.
I make the rules here. I choose. Go get me a sodi. I'm kidding. S tier, no. S tier needs to be called Gila Klein. I was gonna call S tier Michael Rappaport, bro. Michael Rappaport should have his own tier, I think. Anyways, let's start with Mark Zuckerberg. Let's start with Mike Zuckerberg, folks.
It's definitely
Nour, are you
bonus.
really upset about this? Don't be sad. It's gonna
I'm
be
not
fun.
sad. It just doesn't make sense. And what?
Of course, the more the Zionist, the higher the ranking.
I get it. It just doesn't make sense for it to be entertaining.
It needs to be entertaining as well. We have to
But
rank.
Nour, if we do just hasab how much we like their work, then it's just
Because
ranking them
is our
normally.
No.
Then we're just
because
ranking
if
these
you're-
people.
If you're ranking them as how much of a Zionist they are, then we're ranking them objectively, and then we're all gonna agree, because we're gonna look up what they've done, and then we're all gonna agree. Okay.
No, we do both,
But we're gonna
like we
mix-
did last
But
time.
we're gonna mix how much we like them. Like Quentin Tarantino is famous. Some of these people might be shit. So if they're super Zionist but like have a shitty career, they're not gonna get very high. You know what I mean? Because they don't have a lot of influence. It's gonna make sense the more we do it.
Tabiela, let's start.
Let's go, folks. Let's have some fun. See, so we haven't even started and we're arguing. Isn't this a good time? All
I'm
right.
always gonna argue.
Mike
That's your
Zuckerberg,
list.
folks. Let's start with good old Mike here. What is what has he done? He's friends with Trump. Does he kiss ass to the Israelis a lot? What does
He's
he
a
do?
billionaire. He's a Zionist by default.
I mean, Facebook and Instagram. Oh, okay. So Facebook was banning. Okay, I remember. Meta was very much censoring
Palestine content,
pro-Palestine content. We were trying to share stuff about Palestine. They would put these warnings like violent images. Do you want to see them? They were banning and shadow banning all sorts of accounts like Eye on Palestine, Eye on South Lebanon, all that sort of thing. So and he's rich and he's very famous. So I mean, controlling speech is a pretty Zionist thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, come to think of it.
I think it's like a A tier.
A. Yeah, I'm thinking A.
A.
I'm thinking A. Yeah.
A. Okay.
Because he doesn't.
But you know what? But he's handling
But
the
like
the
face
huge.
is meta.
Because he doesn't
Yeah.
talk
That's
about.
pretty huge.
But he does it in the back. He's not outwardly super pro-Israel. He's not out there constantly talking about Israel. So. Like,
But he doesn't need to.
because he can. But that's why I feel like. So you think he should be
He's
an S?
so evil, I think.
He's very evil. He's extremely evil. So you want to put him in S?
Yeah.
But he doesn't do it publicly.
Yeah, he does. The fact that he doesn't do it publicly
Makes him an A.
gives him an
S?
A. Gives him an A vibe for me.
Yeah. A. I agree.
So
Not
we got
S.
3 A's versus 1 S.
That
So,
was her
that's pretty
worst
close.
day. Nour's worst day at work today.
Nour is gonna leave us right now, folks.
I had a very long day today.
Well, Madonna, folks. Elijah's not here to defend Madonna. Elijah's the biggest Madonna fan I know.
So, Madonna has called former President, Prime Minister, and Minister of Defense of Israel, Shimon Peres, a remarkable human being and has performed in Israel on multiple occasions.
Multiple occasions.
Madonna.
Bro, put her in
And
S tier
and look,
right
and-
now.
And like you know, anytime someone,
Even like Roger Waters called on her to boycott and she didn't.
damn, anyone who performs in Israel, like the internet calls them out right the fuck away. So for her to like perform there once, be called out for it, and then I broke the cigarette. Fun challenge for someone sitting here. Pull this out, please, someone.
Pull this out. That's what she said.
Imagine performing in Israel, being called out for it online, and then insisting on doing it again multiple times. So and she's rich, and she's famous, world famous.
And
Madonna.
Elijah loves her. Let's put her S.
And Elijah loves her. What do you guys think?
I say S, but
Marina sends $2 and says W Nour for her hard work. Everybody, let's give Nour a round of applause for her hard work. W's in chat for Nour, and thank you to Marina for always being here with us. Any luck? Is it stuck?
No, he took it and then he couldn't do it.
Do I need to get a toothpick? I think I need to get a toothpick and I can get it out. So Madonna, I'm
I
thinking
say
A.
S. Why
think
A?
S?
Who's higher than her?
A
She's
lot of people.
huge.
Elijah.
You guys, everybody here agrees on S or?
Nour, شو رأيك?
I think she should be an S. We should give her an S.
Thank you.
No, I think like lower than us.
A, right? Yeah.
Better.
I think so.
Okay, everyone hates Karine, fine.
I was getting the A vibe as well. Kenny, we got mark at A. All right, Sacha Baron Cohen. This one, Borat.
Fuck him.
It's like definitely S, bro.
He was out. He wrote like letters to try to get TikTok banned. He was saying that like TikTok is propagating anti-Semitic content, and it wasn't. It was mostly anti-Israel and anti-Zionist content. But Sacha Baron Cohen was out there with Deborah Messing, writing letters and trying to get TikTok banned. Extremely annoying. What do you guys think for Sacha Baron Cohen? He's also made the Netflix series. What was it called? The Spy, where he plays an Israeli spy, Eli Cohen, who works for the Israeli government and joins the Mossad, all that sort of thing.
Bro, this guy just screams Zionism, so he should be an S. He did like all the Zionist propaganda films.
He did. He is
He made
huge.
the Borat films, which were very like, he wasn't making fun of Arabs. Can you turn off your mic, Nadim? He made the Borat films where he's making fun of like Arabs and Muslims, like not technically. He's like, I am Kazakh. We follow the hawk. But very much making...
It was offensive to the Kazakhstanis.
Very offensive to Kazakhstan. And he's making... And Borat was an anti-Semitic character, but he was making fun of like brown people and Arabs and those people being anti-Semitic. So like he wasn't really trying to be anti-Semitic in that film. So those movies... Ooh, thank you. So those movies were pretty offensive. Even though I love the first Borat. Like, I'm not going to fucking lie. It was one of my favorite fucking movies of all time.
Have you seen The Spy?
You're its target audience, Anthony.
I've seen The Spy. I actually did watch it when it came out. Very propaganda.
Why?
Very,
Why did you watch it?
I was curious. I was actually very curious to see how it was.
Can I tell you something?
Because there was another famous Israeli spy, and someone was working on a TV show about that, or like there was some kind of a pitch out there about it. So I watched it as like an assignment to kind of see what that. It was work related, folks. But yeah, keep going, Nadim.
What I find really weird is that The Spy, first of all, aired in Lebanon. Second of all, like what I really find that is a bit unethical in movies, like whenever you're watching a film and then The Spy literally made you sit in your room and root for a Zionist spy, Like I know whenever they're gonna catch him, you feel like, no, I hope that they don't catch him. I hope that he escapes. Like that's so fucked. Whenever I was sitting in my living room watching it, I swear I had this moment where I paused the film and was like, what the fuck am I thinking? Like I'm rooting for an Israeli piece of shit, bro. He bombed us,
Catch him. We missed Kenda Adi sent $2 and says, Nour, how are you? Nour, how are you doing?
I'm good.
You're good. So I think and he made This Is America or What Is America, which also I can't remember what he did in that, but like there was like some kind of Israeli. Anyways, I think there's a lot of A's right now, but like he's
حطه S. He did so much حزبرة.
Hasbar, yeah, S.
S.
Sacha Baron Cohen should get an S. It's still charging, Nadim, and I need it. The first one goes to me.
All right.
Addicts
Do you guys agree with an S for Sacha Baron Cohen?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Trying to get TikTok banned.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Put him in the S tier.
Trying to get TikTok banned, that is unforgivable. Okay. Do we even need to? Gal Gadot, folks.
Gal Gadot is Israeli. She's not just a Zionist.
Gal Gadot is Israeli. Not only is she Israeli and a Zionist, she served in the IDF. She has been part of bombing campaigns. She's constantly
the Zionist.
When Israelis wanted to do these screenings in Hollywood to show like Hollywood actors and celebrities the tapes of October 7th, like they made a documentary about October 7th just to show them how like people were getting murdered and stuff to make people,
she produced it or
she was being brought on to like help host the events, host the premieres where they were showing that footage. She's fucking crazy, she's horrible, and she's the fucking worst actress in the world. I think we can all agree that Gal Gadot earns that S.
Okay, so we're just doing how big of a Zionist they are, not how much we like their work.
She's famous. She's like we hate her.
Yeah, but
work.
we hate her work.
Yeah, but like she's very famous. But she's an S tier Zionist.
She's an S tier Zionist, but not S tier Zionist actor.
I told you so.
You guys, it's clear in my head. You guys, it's not clear for you, but it all makes sense in my head. She's famous. She's not a good actress.
But this system, this is what I was saying. This completely disregards what our feelings towards them is.
I hate Gal Gadot, but to me, and I don't have to love them for them to be an S tier. It's just how much of a Zionist they are to me.
Okay.
The more the Zionist, the more S you earn. Nour is not responsible for this. Khalas, she cleans her hands off of this travesty.
No, but
Veronica
we're doing
said,
it and how much of loud they are about being a Zionist, you know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
So they're not all gonna be A and S.
No, there's a lot of shittier ones coming.
Wait,
guys.
Veronica said, "Hi, Sasha Baron Cohen was a volunteer in the Israeli army, moved to Israel and everything. Did you know that? I didn't know that,
Oh,
but
you
that
see?
makes sense."
That makes him an S. So we're correct on the S tier. That's crazy. Thank you, Veronica, and we hope you're safe. Veronica.
Sure.
Oh, we got
T sent $10.
Yeah, T sends $10 and says, Anthony, can you please tell us about the spy project? Sounds really interesting. Speaking of Mossad spies, Google Amina Mufti. She's such a rabbit hole. Damn. I forgot what her name was. There was a Lebanese, a female Israeli spy who came to Lebanon and was responsible for like a lot of fucking she did like a lot of fucking shit here. I forgot what her name was. Shula. Her name was Shula, I think. Shula. Look up her story. So where are we at? Okay, a lot of these are like very famous. So we're gonna skip a few of these so that we're not just putting A's and S's. How about Mark Hamill, folks? Luke Skywalker himself, Boomer, is constantly posting like tweets pro-Israel, like we support Israel. Israel has the right to defend herself. Kind of like vanilla, your old uncle being a Zionist, basically. Luke Skywalker himself.
That pissed me off so much when
did
he
he
tweeted the Israel flag and be like, "Oh, we stand with Israel."
I don't know. I don't care about him.
It's just annoying because of the cognitive dissonance. Like, did you not watch the movies you're in?
Yeah, he's a fucking rebel. Exactly.
Exactly, he's a fucking rebel.
He plays the head rebel, bro, like Luke Skywalker, the world's most famous rebel, and he doesn't recognize the most obvious rebels when they're standing right in front of his face. You know what I mean? But they raped women and burned 40 babies. It's like, okay, shut up, Grandpa. Go back to your bedroom, Mark. I think he gets like a C or a D. Like, you know what I
C or
mean?
D, I agree.
Like vanilla, the most bland Zionist. Like, we support Israel. Israel has the right to defend herself. I mean, look, that's enough. Look,
I think that was his legacy.
that's enough. Like,
But that's so sad though. He peaked so young. Poor guy.
Some people, like, if you're in Star Wars, I would fucking retire
Neymar
after
did that too.
And he was in the new Star Wars movies too. He came back.
Yeah, he was, but he came back and whoa, look at him. He's here.
He's the voice actor for the Joker, one of the world's
Oh, yeah, he
favorite
was.
Jokers,
Yeah.
favorite Jokers. So he gets a good C or a D, I would say.
C.
Voice actor for the Joker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
and
animated films, yeah.
the fucking what was it called? The Killing Joke.
That
I
one was
think.
bad though. All right, well, that's Mark Hamill getting a nice little D. Frank Sinatra. Ooh, my dad's gonna be upset about that one. Frank Sinatra, folks, used to love Israel. I don't know, what did Frank Sinatra used to do?
Let me see.
What? He was a singer.
Yeah, no. I think he's a singer. He was a singer. What did he do in terms of Zionism? What has he done? Has he signed the letter?
He's a strong
He's dead.
supporter.
Wait, is he
of-
dead?
He is dead.
He's a strong supporter of the state of Israel throughout his life. He actively participated in fundraising activism
Wait, let me
and
check
cultural
something.
events to support Jewish communities and Israel.
Bro,
Is he
I
Jewish?
hate it
Thanks,
now, I
Sinatra
hate
was
him.
Jewish.
I don't know if he was Jewish, but he was in with a mob. Like, definitely.
He wasn't Jewish.
He owed like money to the mob and shit like that. Well, half the people on this list aren't Jewish. This isn't. But yeah, don't come at us. Like
Yeah, but like if you care that much about Israel, then it would make sense if you're Jewish. But he's
Bro,
not.
why are you shouting?
Oh, sorry.
We get passionate here, Nadim. You haven't been here in a while.
Yeah, you have to.
He's a Catholic. That makes sense. Catholics are the biggest Zionists ever.
So let's give
So
it.
there's a website called Israel Forever, and there's an article on it. It's called "What I Want You to Know About My Friend Frank Sinatra."
Oh, how about we give him a C? You know, he's a legend. I think we put him on the Mark Hamill level. You know what I mean? Boomer.
What? Okay, wait.
What do you want?
But the thing is, if he was alive now, I feel like it would be really annoying. Like putting him in the October 7 context.
But he's dead, so his Zionism.
His Zionism died with
a few
him.
decades ago. So his Zionism died with him.
But his music is
He's
really
dead.
good.
Frank Sinatra's been dead for a long time, guys. That's why the lady is a tramp. There we
That's
go.
why the
folks.
lady
Don't
is
you
a
guys
tramp.
don't you guys love that music?
Where'd
She
you put
loves
it?
the theater and dinner at 8. All right, folks, we're done. That's Frank Sinatra, folks. He gets a B. A B for Uncle Frank.
D for
Frank
dead.
Sinatra, by the way, if
D for who?
you
D
see
for dead.
D for dead. Yeah, that's really good. D for dead.
if you watch his music videos, he looks like the most misogynistic guy ever.
You know what? Who?
Frank Sinatra.
Oh.
The way the ladies are around
But
him,
he
like,
protested
scared.
with the civil rights movement,
He is.
Nadim.
Hey, Tuts. Look, Frank Sinatra probably
Hey,
like
Tuts.
he definitely slapped women in his like house.
Jesus.
Yeah, I swear.
Like Frank Sinatra definitely slapped like women. You know what I mean? Like.
New York!
I'm going to New York. Touch, shut up. Bam! Backhander. Pow! Right in the kisser. New York, New York. Anyways. Who do we got here? Who's that? Oh, not Deborah Messing. We know her. Zoe Saldana. Let's go. Recent Academy Award winner Zoe Saldana. I used to have a huge crush on Zoe Saldana when I was in university. She's in a lot of the highest grossing movies of all time. She's in the Avengers movies. She's in the Avatar movies as Neytiri, the mother, the wife of Jake Sully. Turuk Maktu. You are Jake Sully. So what do you guys think of Zoe Saldana? What has she done that is...
She signed a no hostage left behind letter praising Biden.
Hostage left behind.
Praising Biden?
For his response at the time. Do you remember that list? Yeah, so she's not she's not as outspoken as other people.
Okay, she has a good career. She's been in some big movies, but yeah, she seems like a tepid Zionist. Like a meh, middle of the road, signing letters, not too active in the Zionist community. A nice little D.
Yeah.
Nour, do you agree with the D for Zoe Saldana?
Nadim, do you agree?
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, she could even get an E, I think. But like, she's famous, so her fame carries her to that D.
How famous is she?
She's
like, I don't care for her.
She's pretty famous.
Zoe Saldana is really famous.
She used to date Orlando Bloom.
She's hot.
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I think they used to be together. They used to be married or something. Anyways, Timothée Chalamet, folks. This is sad. Timothée Chalamet. We love up-and-coming actor. Again, plays a rebel in Dune. Doesn't seem to know.
Wait, but he's not that big of a Zionist, though.
Why is he on the list? Is it because of the Hamas skit on SNL?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, we might be looking at an F here. He's famous and he's great, so his fame would put him on the S tier. But in terms of his Zionism, I think he's an F tier.
Zionism is low, I think.
His Zionism is low. Like if all it was, so he made that.
Has he said anything about Palestine?
Has he said anything about Palestine? Has he spoken
Nadim,
up?
am I allowed to have my laptop?
Has he used his platform for good?
I can't see anything, no.
He didn't say anything about Palestine?
No.
Kill your... Oh, sorry, never mind.
Karine, no more of that. We're live.
Stop.
I love that they also mention, he's also seen multiple times drinking Starbucks.
oh, Starbucks. But again, that's very vanilla. Look, Timothée Chalamet, we're going to give him an F.
Give him an F.
He looks like this actor who drinks Starbucks and goes to set, you know.
Yeah. There's hope for Timothy. There's hope for Timothy to leave.
Can we make my mic louder?
Oh, of course we can.
His girlfriend's also on the list. Hashtag Kylie Jenner.
Bro, I love
her. What?
Okay,
Do you still have the
Can we catch up with the super chats for a second?
Yeah, catch up with the super
Lars?
chats. You should read that.
Let me read that one. Oh, Nour should read
Nour should read that one, actually.
Nour looking especially lovely. If you ever want a US green card, let me know. I'm your guy.
Yalla Nour, جوزي.
Thank you, Lars.
No, they're gonna deport her.
Dana Ahmad says, ladies looking gorgeous today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we that ugly?
Whoops, says Z tier, not S tier. Oh, Z tier, that would have been
Z
funny.
for Zionist.
Z for Zionist, that would have been funny. Kelly Morales sends $2. The whole crew from Long Beach, love from Long Beach, California. Well, love back to Long Beach, California. I didn't go, I was in California recently, did not go to Long Beach, but would have loved to. Maybe next time. Kenda Ahmad sends $2. What is your favorite type of coffee? You guys go ahead and answer that. I don't drink coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
What? Losers. Why not?
Spanish latte or like
Spanish latte is so good.
Ristretto, Nespresso capsule.
I like to drink coffee
well.
when I'm in like social situations, but like caffeine
so like in the morning you don't
doesn't
drink
sit well.
anything?
No, I like tea. I'm a tea person.
Tea's nice.
I like tea, but coffee.
No, I like my caffeine coming from tea, from a black tea.
You're so innocent.
I'm not a coffee drinker.
Caffeine doesn't sit well in my stomach, okay?
It makes you shit, doesn't it? The one time I don't drink coffee.
I have a strong stomach.
The one time I had coffee, I was in Saudi Arabia scouting locations for like a reality show we were going to film.
Or you can't not have coffee in the desert.
I was in the desert hanging out with literally two Bedouin farmers, like generational Bedouins, like a grandfather, his son, and then like his grandson. They were the camel farmers. They had their own camel farm. So I was chilling in their tent. They offered me a cup of coffee. There was a lot of... in Arabic, it's called hail. What is it in Arabic? Cardamom or not cardamom?
Hail.
Hail. It's like this brown thing. It was brown coffee. It wasn't black. It was very brown. It tasted delicious. I had 2 fucking cups, bro. I was wired as if I had snorted like 10 lines of cocaine.
Yeah, it's karak. Mainly, it's known as karak.
Karak. It was fucking delicious. That was the one time I had coffee. I really enjoyed that coffee. Veronica H. Song sends 6 shekels and says, "Be more like Harrison Ford, Mark." Exactly. Does Harrison Ford speak out about Palestine?
It is cardamom.
Cardamom, huh? So yeah, it's coffee with cardamom. Mithy Eve just became a member. Thank you so much, Mithy Eve. And CH just gifted 5 Do Not Worry podcast memberships. Thank you so much, CH. T sends $2 and says, guys, please check audio. Was that for you or?
Like, I
Let,
think
let us know now, but also I think everyone was screaming before.
my mic, I'm usually very loud, so
Yeah,
not in my mic.
and-
حبعد عنه.
And Nadim's mic is different, so the audio is going to be a little bit all over the place today. Be patient with us.
The mic is away from my face. I'm not screaming
We'll
anymore.
figure out the audio situation another time. Back to the tier list, folks. Back to the tier list. Let us. We're getting through it pretty quickly, right?
Yeah.
Elon Musk. Elon Ma. Elon Ma.
Ew.
I kind of look at Mark Zuckerberg, right? He controls Twitter, so he's a billionaire who controls a social media platform. Now, to be fair, Twitter does not fucking censor shit. I've seen a bunch of pro-Israel stuff on Twitter, anti-Zionist stuff, straight up anti-Semitic stuff. Like, whatever you want to find on Twitter, whatever's your flavor, you'll find it there. So, I know Elon Musk is a Zionist. And he traveled because he said something bad about the Jews on Twitter, so he felt bad, and then he traveled to Israel. He took the whole tour, the October 7th tour with Netanyahu.
October 7th tour?
They showed him the burnt neighborhoods.
I want to go on that.
They showed him the burnt cars. Like, he did the whole thing. This is where they slaughtered us. They slaughtered the kibbutzim. They were in the kibbutz. So,
F.
he's done the tour. I fucking hate Elon. I think he's got
Hate
the Zionist,
Elon.
but he's exposing Trump.
He's not like
Like-
into it enough though. He's not into the Zionism enough.
Yeah, like his heart isn't in
I
it. Like,
believe
you
so.
know,
Yeah.
he's a Zionist because
the
they're
money,
like
for the money.
blackmailing him or like something. Either for money or they're like, we'll release the pedophile files or something. Elon, so
I believe so. I do believe
yeah,
so.
they have something on Elon, so that's why he's doing it. So we don't have anyone in E. Should we stick Elon in E? That's how
Yeah,
little,
E for Elon.
E for Elon.
That's how little we care. Just E for Elon. There you go. Okay, let's have some fun with. Ooh, Kim Kardashian's here.
Yeah.
What about Kim K? What has
Sorry,
she done
Demi.
or
Kim
not
Kim K, you
done?
love Kim K.
Yeah, I love her.
What's this?
Kim
What's
and her sis
so
are
she,
here.
Okay, so she was married to Kanye West, who is a raging anti-Semite.
Anti-Semite.
So,
But sure, why she doesn't make her
so
Zionist?
that doesn't make her Zionist, or that doesn't mean anything really, because again,
Can we talk about the song that he did or no?
we don't need to talk about Kanye or any of his music. Fuck Kanye West at this point.
Bro, but he did like. We have to talk about the song.
He did a Hitler song, bro.
He did like a Heil Hitler song, you know.
So what's up with Kim? What
Kim
she doing?
K, she's just posted like
she
post
did.
supporting Israelis and
But-
Israel on Instagram.
Kim Kardashian, obviously, she doesn't know that there's a war
I
happening.
guess an F. I'm sure she's pretty politically savvy. I think, but like F, I guess. If all she's done is sign a letter. To me, that's not. To me, it's kind of like.
I can't see
When
that
people
she
sign a
signed
letter.
the letter. I can only see that she's posted in support of Israel.
Like free the hostages or something.
Eh.
Does F seem good to you? F seems good to
Yeah.
F with
you. When
her
I think
brother-in-law.
Zionist, she's not the first one that comes to mind. Okay, let's go to someone that does come to
To
mind.
be honest,
Like,
I think
I'm-
whenever they're gonna start opening like coffee shops in Gaza, she'll go to there.
She'll get a.
I
Matcha
don't think she
latte.
cares, and it was just a thing she did.
Well, how about Jerry Seinfeld, folks? Jerry
Uh,
Seinfeld.
Straight as
Let's let me
Yeah,
let me
true.
try to look up a quick example of Jerry Seinfeld Zionist here.
We literally watched his Haida being like, "Go IDF." His video. Remember when he was in the
Yeah,
stat
he's like,
stadium?
go IDF.
Yay,
There,
IDF.
there we have one.
Jerry, my brother's watching from the Gaza border. Can I get a video for him? Yeah, he's on the Gaza border staying up late at night to watch. Can I get a video for him? It's called Jerry. Let's go to Red. I'll be strong. Let's go IDF. Let's go IDF.
Let's go.
Let's go.
bro, he looked drunk as fuck or like high or something.
He's at a baseball game. That's what Americans do. They go to baseball games and instead of actually watching the game,
They
they
get
walk
drunk?
around the stadium, they drink, and they buy food and merch and stuff. No one actually sits and watch. I've been to one baseball game in America. It was the weirdest experience of my life. People just walk around and buy like $20 beers and shit.
And it
S,
has
S, S.
$20 bills. That's
$20.
weird.
So he's been saying a whole bunch of Zionist stuff. There's a video of him crying because of October 7th. There's a video of him in Tel Aviv eating falafel. Like, I'm
Yeah.
in Tel Aviv eating falafel. You guys want to watch
Yeah.
that one?
some Israeli falafel.
Let's try to get him. Let me get the footage of him eating Israeli falafel. 1 second. Jerry Seinfeld falafel.
From York.
I hope it's on YouTube.
In Lebanese, we don't say falafel, we say falafel.
Actually, look, let's see.
Now,
this.
just on the Hamas-Israel war, I want to show you
Hamas-Israel.
an emotional response from someone who's seldom emotive. In fact, he's a very famous man who's made a career out of
fuck is this
rejecting
accent?
emotionalism and being quite cold-hearted and practical
Either
Cold-hearted.
Australian or New Zealand.
in a funny kind of way. Comedian Jerry Seinfeld is, of course, a Jewish New Yorker, and he's previously laughed off anti-Israel protesters and hecklers who have targeted him. But have a look at his reaction in this interview, his inability to find words when asked about Israel's plight.
You were in Israel
Yes.
since the war started. How was that trip?
The most powerful experience of my life.
Really?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Why?
You know, you just.
Yalla machine.
Enjoying walking on our beaches, coming to our fucking land in the Middle East, stealing other people's lands, walking around eating falafels somewhere you don't belong. And by the way, when he was 39, his girlfriend was 17 years old.
Hell yeah.
So remember, keep that in mind. He's a pedophile.
Are you thinking of someone in particular?
Just the 40 beheaded babies. The 40 beheaded babies.
I wonder how much
Sorry.
they paid him for this.
Yeah, as you...
Yeah. Jerry said. We don't like to say Jerry. Anyway, so Jerry Seinfeld, folks, earns his S tier. He's one of the world's most famous comedians. He's wealthy as fuck.
As for Seinfeld.
S for
As for
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
So there we go. Jerry Seinfeld earned S tier Zionist.
Also, I hate his show.
You hate Seinfeld?
Yeah, it's so bad, and
I
he's
haven't
like I like everyone else on it except for him.
He's
He-
a horrible actor.
He was literally the worst person on his show.
What about the B movie? Did you guys like it?
No.
The what?
The B movie!
No, it was bad.
That
I
was
haven't seen
so
it.
You guys didn't play the PS2 game? It was so fun.
No.
No.
What?
The BPS2 game.
B movie PS2 game.
Going from Jerry Seinfeld, let's go to what's her name again? Patty Jenkins, the director of the Wonder Woman film. She directed Monsters, starring Charlize Theron, if I'm not mistaken. Was that
Monster
Patty
Charlize
Jenkins?
Theron.
Was
I
that
think-
Pa-
I
what
think I
what has
watched.
Patty Jenkins done in the realm of Zionism? She directed Gal Gadot. That makes her enough of a Zionist right there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? She always stands up for Gal Gadot, all that sort of thing. But like, what else has she done? How vocal has she been? Marina Nemes says, "I played the PS2 game." So Karine, you're
Period,
not
exactly.
alone.
Someone
Marina-
with culture.
Delia Carmen says, B movie exists separate from Jerry in my mind.
So her entire Twitter timeline and likes is anti-Palestine propaganda.
What? Patty Jenkins?
Patty Jenkins!
Can we,
But like I can't see it. It's not like
let me see if I can access it here. Can you
Wait.
give us some examples?
I'm trying to find it.
Like, is she celebrating people being hungry? Karine, can you read some super chats in the meantime?
Yeah. Sorry. Lars just sent $5 and said, all these celebrities love Israel so much. It's so beautiful and sacred, but none of them have ever lived there because they know it sucks. It's giving Ethan Klein.
It does kind of suck. Even Ethan Klein hated living there, bro.
Yeah. Veronica said, Seinfeld's humor is a crime against humanity.
True.
The soundtrack, the laugh track is what turns me off from it. T sent
Okay.
5.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. So in a live stream, when people were posting Free Palestine, her daughter, Kim's daughter, her daughter was like, "What's that flag?" Kim responded, "That's Brazil, Northie."
That's true.
Wait, who said that? Who said what?
I don't think she knew though.
I'm looking through her tweets.
Kim,
I can't see much here.
Kim Kardashian.
I'm sure she knew, but like I know she wasn't gonna explain to her daughter.
That's Brazil,
and that.
Northie. طيب ايه نور
Did you read Veronica saying Seinfeld's humor is a crime
Yeah.
against humanity?
Wait, I didn't read Parks. I have to go pick my friend up, but Seinfeld and Islamophobic. I have Seinfeld and Islamophobic stories to share from my friend. Well, send him over.
Fuck. Well, there's T also. T sent $5 and says, so in a live stream when people were posting Free Palestine.
I said that.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
Thank you. Thank you everybody who's donating, by the way. This is all supporting my new PC gaming, streaming PC, which I can also game on, which we'll be setting up tomorrow, folks. So the next live stream, hopefully, fingers crossed. Brand new PC, folks. Less technical difficulties out here. So Patty Jenkins, B? She seems like a pretty, like, Zionistic.
What are her tweets?
I'm trying to send. خلاص, I'll read them.
Read them.
Yeah, read them.
Okay, so she has reposted a tweet, masalan, saying, the suffering and death of many Palestinians throughout the 70-year-long Arab-Israeli conflict is mostly the outcome of the Arab continuous attempts to annihilate the state of Israel.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The Palestinian blood is on the hands of the corrupt Palestinian leadership who have been initiating
Fuck.
suicidal wars and gambling with children's blood to serve foreign entities like Iran. Whoa.
Whoa. Okay, so I took her from a B to an A. Should she get an S for this?
No, she's not famous enough.
Yeah, she's not that famous. And Wonder Woman 2 kind of sucked, which hurt her like her stock value in Hollywood. So okay, yeah, an A. She gets an A, I think. That's pretty bad.
A?
I mean,
B? Like,
She's-
she doesn't have the influence.
Eh,
I
she's
feel
in the
maybe
like.
top
B,
5
like-
female directors in Hollywood.
What? That's news to me.
Name me another 4 that like can compete with her right now, like or like that are as known as Patty Jenkins.
Four
Lulu
women.
Wang, Celine Song, Greta Gerwig, obviously. I don't know directors. Okay.
I win.
No.
You see, the problem is there's very few female directors. Like that's a problem with Hollywood. So she's not even that great, and you can't think of that many. You know what I mean? I could only name like 2 out of the ones that you just named.
Sofia Coppola.
Sophia. But she's bad. Okay, folks.
Is she like the daughter of?
Yeah.
Ford?
Yeah. She was in the Godfather 3. Is that Lana Del Rey?
She did Priscilla.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go with the big time Zionist a little bit. Let's have some fun. Let's go with Quentin Tarantino, folks. One of the best. Honestly, he was my favorite director, like writer director for a very long time.
He has good movies.
He has great
Farts.
movies.
He has great
Farts.
movies.
He's a great writer. Writes amazing dialogue. Like I own 2 of his movies on Blu-ray, Inglourious Bastards and Django Unchained. I love his films. The dude's incredible, but he married an Israeli woman and he lives in Tel Aviv. And after October 7th, he visited an IDF base to like give encouragement to the IDF soldiers that were there before they went out to slaughter Palestinians.
He has a $13.8 million property in Tel Aviv.
Oh my god.
Oh, so he's single-handedly funding the oppression of Palestinians. That's crazy.
So yeah, like the dude is a very active Israeli. I think was he there? A lot of people there were like tons of memes on Twitter.
Yeah,
of, like
yeah.
Quentin Tarantino in Tel Aviv while Iran was bombing.
Yeah.
Like him running, like it was so funny. Oh, he has an interview with Bill Maher, but if we play that, we're gonna get claimed. Let me try to see if I can. Quentin Tarantino harassed over Palestine at NYC restaurant. Okay, let's watch that. That's kind of funny.
That's gonna be awkward.
Tarantino! Say free Palestine! Why are you a Zionist piece of shit? Quentin! Why are you a Zionist piece of shit? Quentin Israel?
Love that.
Quentin Tarantino!
That's so funny.
Why are you a Zionist piece of shit? That's so funny.
The chat is sending feet emoji.
That's so funny.
You got fans! Quentin! Tarantino, say nigger! Tarantino, say nigger! Tarantino, say
Oh fuck! Oh dude, this is gonna get. Oh damn,
That's really funny.
dude. Whoa. So, okay, so the reason she's saying that is because in Django Unchained,
They're in his
characters
movies.
use the N word over and over and over again, and a lot of people are like criticizing him. Like, is it okay for like a white writer to gleefully use the N word so many times? I mean, look, he used it for a reason, I guess. Look, I'm not black. I cannot make the determination whether it's okay for someone for a white writer to use that word as freely as he did in his movie. But I mean, to be fair to him, it was a movie set in the slave era, and it was a movie about slavery. So I don't know if anyone black is watching. Let us know if like that's why she's saying that to him right now.
Veronica says, my neighbor in Tel Aviv and a condescending asshole.
Oh fuck! Did you ever see him walking around Tel Aviv? Like, have you ever seen him anywhere?
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Yeah, I don't.
She's gonna be in the car with him.
Someone's asking who's the woman in the video. I have no clue, bro. I have no clue who this lady is, but she's fucking hilarious. What else does he have? Tarantino met his wife in a club. How Tarantino met his wife? I mean, okay, so he went to visit an IDF base. He lives in Tel Aviv. The dude's an asshole. I think definitely this is. I mean, if there's an S tier.
He's a big person.
He lives there. He wants to
Hollywood.
be around them. He loves Israel so much. He bought a $50 million home. He's surrounded by Zionists all day, every day. When he goes to the supermarket to buy milk from the store, he does it with Zionists.
SS.
Adam Sandler. I used to love Adam Sandler when I was young.
Sandler.
I used to love his movies. Then he went on a long sort of train of making horrible films, so I literally boycotted Adam Sandler movies for years, like when he made like Grown Ups 2,
Pixels.
Jack and Jill, Pixels. I haven't seen any of those horrible films. Then he's made like a comeback recently. He was in Uncut Gems.
Uncut
He's
Gems.
been making more serious things. People love him all of a sudden. Like people love him again. But it was some pretty problematic movies. He was in Don't Mess with the Zohan, which had like Lebanese characters. He was an Israeli character, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
there was
Israeli.
a lot of Hezbollah jokes in there. It was pretty offensive to Lebanese people. I'm not gonna lie, folks. So, what has he said or done recently?
But he's really a
Okay.
Zionist.
Adam Sandler played Israeli character Zohan Devere in 2008 in a movie called You Don't Mess with the Zohan. In 2015, Sandler stated, "I'm very pro-Israel." In 2022, he said he'd like to visit Israel soon. In 2023, he thanked Joe Biden for his unshakable moral conviction, leadership, and support for the Jewish people in his arming of the Israeli occupation forces to commit genocide against Palestinians.
This is insane.
All right, Adam Sandler. I used to love Anger Management, The Wedding Singer, 50 First Dates. It hurts me to say that.
It's
he's
so sad because I really like him. You know, now I hate him. Like, I really like him as an actor. I really enjoy films where he's acting in it.
Yeah. I guess he's an A. Do we stick him up in A or S?
Yeah, because he's like really famous, you know.
But
like,
he does strike me as an S. But like he did say he loves Israel and he thanked Joe Biden for his unshakable support. I'm struggling between A and S for him. I'm not sure.
I'm thinking.
It's an A, bro. He's not like a raging Zionist.
Yeah, it's not like Deborah
It
Messing.
doesn't seem evil about it.
Comparing
He seems
everyone
like,
to Deborah Messing.
maybe
chill
unknowing-
about
yeah,
it.
he's chill about it. He's chill with
He's a
genocide.
chill, like.
Oh, just genocide is genocide. Hey, like, let's give him an A. Let's give him
He
an A.
doesn't know what's happening, you know.
Tom York, recent friend of
Tom
the show.
York.
Tom York, lead singer, Radiohead lead singer. He recently put out like that statement on Instagram, being very fence-sitting. He's like, I support the people in Palestine, but also hasn't Hamas freed the hostages? He has performed in Israel. He's definitely a Zionist at this point. But I'd give him like a B. Like he's kind of like a boring Zionist. You know what I mean? He's just
Yeah, no, he's not really dedicated to the cause.
he's not that dedicated. He's just kind of stupid. He's lazy, and he's going with the easy sort of both sides.
Yeah.
I want peace. I'm a musician. All I want is peace. Why aren't they freeing the hostages? Like, you know what I mean? So I'd give him a little B next to Frank Sinatra. B is the-
Radiohead only have a few good songs anyway.
Whoa!
No. Wait a second, man.
They have a
Not
like
too much.
a handful of songs.
Or by
I
the way,
said
Nour
it.
only listens to like boy bands.
I listen to rock bands, not boy bands. Thank you, Nadim.
rock bands can technically be boy bands if they're all forms of boys.
Nadim means it differently.
I know.
Also,
One
I don't
Direction.
like
Fox.
the rock bands that I listen to are also not exclusively boys.
I used to really love One Direction, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where are we gonna put him?
We put him in B. He
B?
got a B.
Wait, B? Why?
Tom York?
Yeah.
What
I
else?
feel like he should be less because he's not like that into it. What do you
C?
think?
Thanks, CH.
C?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. Someone asked, quick question, what's your opinion on Zohran Mamdani? I like him. I hope he wins.
I hope he wins.
Yeah, we hope he wins, man. Like I lived in New York for a year. I have one of my best friends lives in New York. I hope Zohran wins. He seems great. I saw his interview with Colbert. That was disgusting. I wish we could watch it and react to it, but we would get copyrighted. Colbert asked him some really like fucking Islamophobic questions.
Really?
some
I didn't see that.
Yeah, some really bad things. So I hope he wins. You know, let's go Zohran. He has a Syrian wife. You know, neighbors.
Yeah.
They're our neighbors.
And you can tell he hates Israel, but he's scared of saying it, which I love.
Yeah, he wants to say it. He can't say it.
Yeah,
but,
he
like,
can't say it. You know, he really does.
He's trying to make it as clear as he can. Like, he doesn't support an ethno-state, a Jewish ethno-state. He wants there to be equal rights for everyone, for Palestinians. So he's doing what he can. Okay, let's do Noah Schnapp. Let's do little Noah Schnapp. Let's remember
Noah
folks.
Yeah,
Schnapp.
Noah
Noah
Schnapp.
Schnapp. Why is Noah Schnapp on this list? Let me just let me go back to that. Noah Schnapp, Zionist. So Noah Schnapp was found in a cafe like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago at this point. How long ago was that?
Yeah, like, I think it was like 2024.
And he was holding a Zionist or sexy
What?
stickers. Oh, then he broke his silence. Oh, we're gonna watch that too. I didn't see that. Let me try to find the Zionism or sexy.
Zionists are sexy. Zionism is sexy.
Zionism is sexy. I got
Zionism is sexy.
I cannot imagine something less sexy than Zionism.
I swear.
Like, even like pee is sexier than Zionism.
They're like
Like a
musty
glass
and
of
shit.
piss would be sexier.
Yeah, that's so yummy, bro.
Oh, can you read some super chats in the meantime?
Veronica said, do you want to read it?
Yeah, I want to read it. Veronica H said, I have a story about Tom Y. That's a
Tom
little
York.
long.
Veronica, do you have a
Just-
story with everyone?
Veronica just say it in the chat and we'll read it.
Yes.
Yeah, don't
Hey
send a
guys,
super
it's Nour.
chat.
Yeah.
Wait, let's see who else. Dizzle McFizzle said P.O. Box when? That's a great question.
Next month.
Next month, inshallah, is Allah.
I'm trying to find the clip.
Veronica-
Zionism is sexy clip.
Veronica said, my neighbor in Tel Aviv
And the condescending
that's it.
asshole.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
this was
we
about
read it.
شو اسمه.
read it twice, so you gotta pay twice.
And Nour Anthony something asked, Nour, do you listen to Postcards? Great Lebanese rock band.
No, I've heard of them.
I like
but
Postcards.
I don't really listen to them. I
Okay.
listen to more like
Boy bands.
some older music.
One Direction.
I found the clip. Here's Noah Schnapp at like a cafe in New York or something. Here.
Millie Bobby Brown has reacted to the viral video of Noah Schnapp. In the
Whoa.
video of Noah, we can see Noah and his friends holding up signs saying Zionism is sexy and Hamas is ISIS. This video has generated
There's
an
Noah.
enormous amount of controversy, and many fans have expressed that they're disappointed in Noah. One fan said he was problematic before.
So that's the clip, and apparently, so he spoke out about it. Let's see, breaks the silence, folks. So he got called out on social
My
media.
thoughts and beliefs have been so far misconstrued from anything even close to what I believe.
Oh my
And
my guy looks
I wanted to
12.
He's like 18,
pretty
I
young.
think.
Let's keep-
so far misconstrued from anything even close to what I believe. And I wanted to just state from my heart how I feel. I only want peace and safety and security for all innocent people.
I think he
affected
wanted
by-
to save his career.
I mean, people started fucking talking. Like, people hate him now. Like, there's so many people that are going to boycott Stranger Things. It's still going to be a very successful show. But I mean, a lot of people, much fewer people are going to watch it because of this motherfucker.
this conflict. I've had many open discussions with friends from Palestinian background, and I think those are very important conversations to have, and I've learned a lot. And one of the takeaways I've had is that
Zionism is not sexy, perhaps?
It's like a
all
cute
people want the
Zionist.
same things, that being those innocent people still being held hostage in Gaza to be returned to their families, and equally hope for an end to the loss of innocent life in Palestine.
he wants
So many of those people
coexistence.
being women and children.
He's so brave.
And it's horrible to see. And I think anyone with any ounce of humanity would hope for an end to the hostility on both sides.
Both sides. It's a both sides thing. What do you think about a Jewish ethno-state? Do you think there should be a Jewish ethno-state where non-Jews aren't treated equally with the same rights? Noah Schnapp, what do you think about that?
I stand against any killing of any innocent people, and I hope you guys all do too.
No, we don't.
And I just hope to one day see those two groups be able to live harmoniously together in that region.
course.
And I hope for 2024 online to see people be a little more understanding and compassionate and recognize that we're all human, regardless of our race, of our ethnicity, of our background, of our country of birth.
Such deep words, folks. This is like, I hate platitudes. This is the exact opposite of a platitude, folks. This is actionable stuff. The things that he's
of our,
saying.
even our sexuality, of anything. We are all human and we're all the same. And we should all love each other for that and support each other and stand together.
Okay, great. So, folks, what do you guys think?
Wait, I need to tell you, he was in this movie called Abe when he was a kid. And the movie's about Abe, a young boy, tries to cook a meal for his half Israeli, half Palestinian family in order to unite them. However, things don't go the way he plans. I haven't seen it, but it's probably
Oh my
incredibly
God, bro.
Zionist.
It's definitely Zionist. Look, he's not that famous, so maybe not an S, but like an A for
He's so
sure.
famous for Gen Z.
He is? So let's give him an S. I mean, look, Noah Schnapp, that Zionism is sexy sticker.
He's the face of Zionism for Gen Z right
is
now,
kind
by
of
the way.
classic. Yeah, let's give him an S. No, little Noah Schnapp, you did it, Noah. All it took was posing with one sticker, and you are now hated for the rest of your fucking life, bro.
No, he also posted like shit on his story when October 7th first happened. Like he was vocal,
Really?
actually.
Did he call Arabs dirty animals or something? That would be fun.
Like something like that, probably.
That would be a pretty good gotcha. Are we caught up on all the super chats?
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, by the way. I was an activist, so yes, I have a lot of stories. Ooh, Veronica, thank you.
Carmen Mirayeb, hello. Yeah, I'm here on the pod. Shout out, do not worry.
All right, who else do we got? Who do we got next? Let's see. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this with us.
Let's do.
This does seem like a lot of people. We might skip a few of these, but there's a few that we're not going to skip. So let's go with the controversial one, folks. On the cover, on our thumbnail, and on Karine's T-shirt, Taylor Swift, folks. Taylor Swift. Now I included Taylor Swift on this list, not because of things that she's, not because of what she said, but mainly because of what she hasn't said, and because I know that her main bodyguard, was in the IDF. He has served in the IDF. Am I correct, Karine?
He did.
Her main bodyguard served in the IDF, and she has not said a single fucking thing in support of Palestine
And
as
she
far as I
hasn't,
know.
yeah.
Nothing, right?
I do have a factoid though.
When you're the most famous singer in the world, I think your silence at that point is like complicity.
No.
No,
When
no,
you're
I
the
agree
most
for
famous
sure.
pop star in the world, right?
Fuck you. But I have a fun fact. Remember last week we reacted to Rami. What's his name? Rami Youssef. So at the time, he did a bunch of stand-up shows to raise money for relief in Palestine, and she went to one of the shows.
Oh, so she went to a show.
So she went to a show.
She went to a show that was raising money for Palestine. Now look, she has.
She showed her movie there despite BDS movement's call for her to pull
Of course she did. She cares about money. She doesn't care about
showed it
anyone.
in Israel, huh?
She
Look,
doesn't
to me, I would give her an F. She's on this list because of being silent, because of doing nothing to help the cause. She hasn't done anything overtly Zionist in my eyes.
She hasn't done anything Zionist or pro-Palestine.
But to me, that makes her. So to me, this she gets either an F or an E.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you guys think, Nour and Nadim?
I think she deserves an F. Any actually, because she's a very big influential.
think E.
Influential.
Next to Elon.
Yeah. And Musa, by the way, said this. You remember the guy who sang in the Taylor Swift video?
Yeah.
He said this.
The sponsor of the
Shout out.
The sponsor of the Eras tour, Capital One, is an openly Zionist American bank who was part of a $500 million loan.
Okay, all banks are
$500
Zionist.
million
That's like
Definitely,
loan
that-
deal
all
with
banks are
Elbit
Zionist.
Systems, an Israeli manufacturer of weapons and surveillance systems.
Bro, definitely, they are all in like a Zionist management.
yeah, and all companies have money in defense contracts. So, anyway, I'm not defending Taylor Swift. I just like
No,
her
you're
music.
not.
Literally wearing her T-shirt. Bro,
I wore it for the bit because I knew we were reacting to her.
Like, doesn't make it
Zionist.
Zionist, Karine.
Okay, let's jump to Taylor Swift gets an E on our list. How about let's go for there's a lot of big ones left. Let's do this fucking guy. What was his name? Adam Brody. We recently reacted to a video of him saying that as a Jewish person he doesn't feel safe in America right now. So I don't even know if he's a Zionist, but someone who would say that strikes me as a Zionist.
What did he say?
As a Jewish person, he doesn't feel safe in America.
He did say that.
So you know what I mean?
Who?
Adam Brody.
He used to be on what show is he on? Like something like one of those teen shows.
He was like on a few episodes of Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls.
He was the best boyfriend for Lane.
I had.
And then they took him away from us.
Let me try. To
And
see if I
from
can find the
Lane.
clip here. I'm not gonna find the clip here on YouTube. It was on Twitter when I had it last. But anyways, he's just basically he was doing an interview with Amanda Seyfried, the Actors on Actors. He's like, yeah, as a Jewish person, I don't really feel safe right now. To me, it's look. Did he say anything overtly pro-Israel? Because in that case, I would just say F. Like he's not much of a Zionist in that case. Like if that's all he said.
Danielle Gonzalez, you're right. Tolerate It is a very, very good song. Just putting it out there. But the thing is, Anthony, if he said, I don't feel safe as a Jewish person in America, he's implying that he would feel safe in Israel.
Oh, I know, but no, he's saying like there's a rise in anti-Semitism. I think that's what he's trying to say. Like,
Anti-Semitism equals saying free Palestine.
Is there anything overt that he said that's pro-Israel? Is anyone looking? Okay, F. I think F is good.
Can't find it.
F is good for him.
F4.
How about Adam Brody? How about The Rock, folks? The Rock, one of the world's most highest paid actors. Black Adam himself, who you know.
No, I think The Rock deserves an S tier, bro, because first of all, he's like the biggest actor in Hollywood, and he has the highest paid actor. And this ain't no anti-Semitic money, because we're Zionist.
Here, I found something. Dwayne Johnson shares his views on Israel-Palestine. I will pray for all innocent lives. That's it. Anytime someone prays for all innocent lives, folks.
Yeah, but it's very, not spicy. It's very easy.
It's not spicy. He says, I am heartbroken, outraged by the brutal murders and kidnappings of the Jewish people through the horrific acts of the terrorist group Hamas. The loss of innocent Israeli and Palestinian lives is heartbreaking as this war escalates to extraordinary proportions. I do not claim to know everything about the complex conflict. Again, it's not complex, bro, in the Middle East. It has a deep meaning. What I do know is that hateful acts of terrorism like these are never justified. I condemn and denounce terrorism, and at this devastating moment, my heart goes out to all the innocent victims and families grieving the loss of their loved ones. This is so, like, all the innocents grieving all lost loved ones, whether you're Palestinian, whether stop the killing, stop the hate. This strikes me as like to me, it's like a Taylor Swift at that point. If you're that famous, you have such a big platform, and you don't use it, an F isn't enough. I would give him an E. You know what I mean? Like, kind of, they're in the same boat. Very famous. He's done, like, you know what I mean? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. It's
Like
very
yeah, very liberal Zionist stance.
Yeah, very liberal
Lib-ass
Zionist.
stance. Like, So I think that's a good
terrorism is never justified.
B.
Terrorism's always justified.
an E. Now let's go with one of our favorites here. Let me just take a second to set this one up. Have you guys missed Michael Rappaport?
Ugh,
Have you guys missed
Fucking hell.
crazy man.
Let's look at some Michael Rappaport stuff, folks. Israel. Let's watch a little bit of our friend
Do we have to?
Michael Rappaport. Pro-Israel actor Michael Rappaport defends Israel's Rafah massacre. Yeah, let's watch that.
Has anything good ever come out of Rafah?
Rafah.
Has any prominent person, any inventions, any science, anything relevant, anything important to the world ever come out of Rafah or the Gaza Strip?
This guy should have his own tier. Like, this guy there should be the Michael Rappaport tier
Yeah.
above S tier. Can we add a tier?
Yeah.
Or is it too late? Let's make the Michael Rappaport tier.
Like above S.
Above S. There's S and then there's Michael Rappaport.
Yeah, la.
Did he tweet this out? Human worth is not dependent on good or relevant things produced. Oh no, that's not what it
I can't add one above S.
Oh, we can?
I have to shift everything down, and I'm scared that will mess
Okay.
up the... I can change the S tier name though.
No, it's okay. Fuck it. I mean, the guys, you guys get the joke.
Sorry, chat.
Let's see. They never want peace. He said some really fucked up things. I can't find them now. I may or may not have asked. What is?
He's definitely S tier.
Sorry, let me try to find. Sorry, I should have had some of the stuff ready to go before.
What do you need?
Michael Rappaport just being a Zionist.
Like
His fucking
anything.
YouTube channel.
Michael Rappaport.
Veronica says Michael looks so Irish. Why can't they take him?
We
I don't think they would want.
Don't do that to Irish people. Keep him, Veronica. Naomi said add Mayim Bialik. She's evil too. Yeah, but she's a nobody, so.
It's, I mean, what
Nobody
it
wants
is
Big Bang
because
Theory.
it's anti-Jewishness. I don't call it anti-Semitism, it's anti-Jewishness. Period. Anti-Zionism, anti-Jewishness. That's why the backlash to it. In New York, since October 7th, and I walk everywhere. I haven't even seen a keffiyeh scarf. I haven't even seen anybody dressed up, and I don't go to the protests. I'm not fucking crazy. And I feel like if you go to those protests, you're sort of playing, Dungeons and Dragons. These people are on this side, and you're kind of looking for a scrap. You're looking for that adrenaline.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to a protest.
Doesn't he just look?
Shit's crazy.
Doesn't he look like he's from the Middle East, folks? Look at that complexion. His skin's complexion, folks. His hair, doesn't Israel have one of the highest rates of skin cancer? Because all these fucking Europeans and Americans are going there. Their skin isn't made for this, folks. They're all getting skin cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, our friend Michael Rappaport is going to the tippity top of that list, right here in the S tier. But he seems like such a bigger Zionist. Like right now,
Because that's his job right now.
Sacha Baron Cohen right now feels like weak compared to Sacha Baron Cohen. I'm tempted to drop him to an A next to Michael Rappaport. Like he is that much of a Zionist. This dude, he is so extreme, so disgusting. He just the pager attack. Let me try if I can find him talking about the pager attack.
He's literally so evil. But like that's his thing now because he's washed up. So
Yeah,
he
okay,
just
so-
talks about it today.
Here he is
Oh,
reacting.
yeah, whenever he started.
Beep,
like,
beep.
laughing.
Beep beep.
Need I remind you that how many kids got their limbs blown off because like the beeper, the pager was beeping. They grabbed it to give it to their mom or their dad. Some of these beepers went off in supermarkets, in little stores, in hospitals. People had them when they were out and about in public places. So this was very much a terrorist attack. The U.S. and Europeans celebrated as some amazing act of espionage, and like I'm sure they're gonna make a Netflix series about it one day. Mark my words, Netflix is gonna be working on a series about this fucking pager attack. This is how he's reacting to this fucking thing.
Yeah, he's the dad on Atypical.
Yeah, he's the dad. And
I used
he
to like
sucked.
him, dude. He used to be funny, man. He used to be funny
He
on like
sucked on
sitcoms.
Atypical.
Beep. Who the has a beeper in 2024? Dirty, nasty.
Whoa!
Dirty. Oh, he's basically just calling Shia Muslims dirty. You know what I mean? The word terrorist is convenient for them to not say Muslims. He just says dirty terrorists.
Muzzies.
Good, it blew up. Them where they breathe. Good. Beep beep.
Or he's a Zionist for a living.
Yeah, it's his job because he's washed up.
He's really fucked up. So that's Michael
As
Rappaport.
Donna
He
said,
does Zionism for a living.
yes, 66% of Israeli population are also allergic to olive tree pollen. I wonder why.
Whoa.
That's so funny.
The earth never
Chris
forgets.
Pine. What did Chris Pine? Remember, not that interesting of a Zionist. Can I already put him in an
He's
F?
not that interesting.
I'm gonna stick him in an
Zionist.
F. Minhalla, Chris Pine. Let's not waste too much time on him.
He
Everybody
probably just
tired?
signed the sign.
Probably just signed the thing.
The thingy.
Haley Steinfeld. Now, Haley Steinfeld is interesting.
Haley Steinfeld.
Let me pull up. Sorry, let me cut to this. Engage with the chat for a moment as I just. Haley Steinfeld, IDF. So here is an image of Haley Steinfeld chilling with the IDF. This is why she's on this list, folks. She posted this. More girls a few years ago, I think. I think it was on Twitter. Let us find out. So the IDF shared this. Most girls are smart, strong, and beautiful. Most girls work hard, go far. We are unstoppable. Haley Steinfeld. We couldn't agree more. So here she is in Israel, visiting the IDF. And you know, girl power, folks.
It's crazy.
Bombing people is fine. If you're gay or a woman, it doesn't matter. Liberals are okay with it. You know what I mean? If you're a brave woman bombing other women, you're a feminist. So Haley Steinfeld, and she's, you know, her star is rising. She's becoming more and more popular. She's a singer. She voices Gwen Stacy in the Across the Spider-Verse movies. She was just in Sinners.
She was in Pitch Perfect.
I've never seen the Pitch Perfect movies, but yeah, she was in Sinners.
I like the
Edge of
Perfect
17.
movies.
The fucking Hawkeye.
She was in Hawkeye. That was a
Yeah,
bad show.
true.
But like, yeah, she plays the young Hawk girl now. She played against Michael B. Jordan in Sinners just recently.
Apparently she's 1/8 black, so that's interesting.
Is she?
Yeah, that's why she was in it.
Damn,
like
that's
it was a
funny.
joke.
So what do you guys think Haley deserves? I mean, visiting the IDF and chilling with people who are murdering kids, I think that's pretty high level right
Yeah,
there.
but she was also in Dickinson, and she was gay in it. So I mean,
I mean, at least a good B right there.
B, I guess. Yeah.
What do you guys think? B?
What do you think?
I mean, visiting.
I think B is
I think
fine,
A.
sure.
Visiting the IDF, bro, is kind of extreme. She's not very vocal about it now, but I mean, I don't know. Hanging out with these fucking bloodthirsty motherfuckers.
I'd say B because she hasn't been like as vocal as other crazy Zionists. Like she could have easily gone off the rails on October 7th.
They say no. Fuck, I
What did they
lost
say
it.
about her?
So they only mentioned her visit within the photo, but other than that, she has been silent about whatever's been going on.
Like going to an IDF base, isn't that fucking extreme?
I know it's crazy, but like she's done nothing.
I think an A is good. I'm gonna stick with
Yeah.
an A. Nour, do you agree with the A?
Yeah.
We'll do this one together. Yeah.
A?
Yeah, she's getting the A. Yeah.
Okay.
Elijah in the chat says visiting the IDF puts her there. Exactly.
You know who else visits? Wait, never mind. No.
Who else we got here? What's this? The singer. What's her name? Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey.
What has she done?
Lana Del Rey.
Did she perform in Israel?
No, she wanted to, and then backlash. That was way before October 7th. She wanted to, and then she received backlash, so she canceled the concert. And then she was like, "I just wanted to promote peace with music and unity."
That's what she said?
Yeah, Nour, what else did she
She
do?
signed the letter.
Yeah, she
and
did.
she performed there in 2018.
She wanted to perform قبل, and then she went. رجعت. True. And also during COVID, she wore a mesh mask that did not protect anyone from COVID. So, but she also released Born to Die. So again, where do we draw the line?
I can't. Who are we talking about? I forgot. What we were
Lana
talking
Del
about.
Rey.
Lana Del Rey. So what
She
did
released
say?
Ultraviolence.
She's signed the letter and she's performed there in 2018.
2018. What do you guys think? I don't
I
have much
think
thoughts
she
about
should
that.
be a C.
C?
She's not much of a Zionist.
Yeah,
I
that's
just maybe know like one song. Oh, that's Adele actually.
Akid, you know more. She's so famous.
I thought she was Adele.
Amy Schumer, folks. Before we do anything, I'm gonna stick her an S right now.
S,
we don't need to waste any time.
absolutely
Amy
S.
Schumer, unhinged, one of the unfunniest comedians in the world. Here she is clarifying her stance on Israel, Gaza. I don't agree with anything that Netanyahu was doing. Let's see what she had said. So blah blah blah. Amy Schumer. Sorry, how do I close this fucking app?
Bro, why does she look like that? By the way. I hate talking about how do people look, but like she looks dysfunctional.
She looks like a balloon.
Who?
Amy Schumer has clarified her stance on the ongoing Israel-Hamas war after receiving backlash for her social media posts about the conflict. Since Hamas surprise attack, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see what she said. Speaking to Variety in a new interview, Schumer made it clear that while she supports the Jewish people, she does not agree with Israel's controversial prime minister. I don't agree with anything. Okay, blah, blah, blah. What is going on? And of course, what's going on in Gaza is sickening. I need some of the fucked up shit that she said. Could someone find something?
Look, she posted that picture, the AI-generated picture of
Amy
that
Schumer,
protest. Remember that?
After social media posts about the conflict. Let me try to see. Let me do this. Why Amy Schumer's Israel-Gaza posts were corrected by MLK's daughter. Amy Schumer has emerged, blah, blah, blah. Let me just try to see. On her Instagram post received more. Okay, let me try. Sorry, I'm trying to find this. Doing research as we go.
Doing time.
Someone read the chat while I'm doing this or something.
Yeah.
Let's not have too much quiet.
All right.
Next time, Yannick. Remember.
Elijah said Madonna actually should be an S for being friends with Amy. She's friends with Amy Schumer?
Okay, so she shared this tweet. Bad
Ew.
Writing Take says, still kind of amazing what you can get away with if you're on the pro-Israeli war crime side versus if you dare to suggest that slaughtering Palestinian children is bad. So
Yeah,
she shared
that's-
this photo on Twitter, for example. Gazans rape Jewish girls only in self-defense. Beheading is resistance. Throwing grenades at kids, hiding in closets is not terrorism. Stabbing parents in front of children is legal. Free Gaza, kill a Zionist. Proud of our rapist
me.
martyrs. Stab Jews for Allah. Killing kids for dignity. Burn babies burn. Murdering 1,300 Jews isn't anti-Semitic. So she shared, and she said a whole bunch of unhinged things. So we're not going to waste our time there. She's an S. She's one of the, faces of Zionist celebrities.
Yeah.
So, also, could someone start looking for Deborah Messing before so that,
Oh
so
my
that
God.
we win some time? Everyone,
Yeah.
look up a celebrity epic before we get to it. That way we never straight to it. Eli Roth. Eli Roth recently shared Eli Roth is a director. He's a horror film director. He made a bunch of movies. He recently shared a picture of Greta Gerwig because she was headed to Israel, to Palestine. She was trying to go to Gaza. And he literally shared like an Instagram story being like, cannibals should eat Greta Gerwig.
Yeah.
Let me try to find that. Sorry, I'm losing my mouse. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I don't have the stuff ready. Who's gonna read the chat?
Who are you looking for?
I forgot what I'm looking for now. Who are you guys looking for?
I was looking for Deborah
I'm looking
Messing.
for Deborah, Justin Bieber.
Who was I looking for? We're trying to do too much. What's happening, guys?
You were doing
Who was
Eli
I?
Roth. You were doing Eli Roth.
Eli Roth. Okay. 1 second, guys. Dajte tas.
It's okay. 2 seconds of silence.
Greta story.
Someone asked in super chat what's my favorite type of Kanda Ahmad asked me what's my favorite type of music. I listen to rock and metal mostly, but I listen to everything, but I'm very picky with my music.
Like, why is everyone
My
interested in
favorite
you?
bands, I would say, are maybe Led Zeppelin, like my all-time favorite band, and The Strokes, and
One Direction.
yeah, thanks.
Okay, so Eli Roth literally said Greta Gerwig should be eaten by cannibals. He's a big-time director, producer. I would give him a C. Actually, a B. That's pretty fucked up. Let's give him a B. Next to Frank Sinatra. Anyone have any comments about that?
No, I didn't even know him.
All right, yalla. Deborah Messing, folks. Deborah Messing was with Sacha Baron. She used to be in Will and Grace, a very famous comedic actress. There's a lot of cringe videos of Deborah Messing in Israel.
She was in the Wedding Day movie I really love. Fuck you. She's been super outspoken about Israel. She did PR trips like Jerry Seinfeld.
Let me try to see if I can.
Eating Israeli.
October
Hafa-
7th shook me to my core. And then on October 8th, the unthinkable. People in the streets celebrating Hamas, blaming Israel, and saying those slaughtered, raped, and kidnapped people deserved it. And then the denialism and the dehumanization, the delegitimization of Israel's sovereignty.
By the way, a Middle Eastern Deborah Messing, folks, as you can clearly see.
And the calls for intifada made me think how alone the people of Israel must have felt. The world was against these victims of a barbaric, sadistic genocide. I felt compelled to go. My trip to Israel was transformative, bearing witness, hearing personal stories
she
from
wins the
hostage
A tier.
families, survivors, hospitalized IDF soldiers, made the horror and the
Transformative
trauma
trip to
very
Israel.
real. IDF soldiers made the horror and the trauma very real. I was able to tell them that the people of the United States love them, support them, are praying for them,
And they're funding them. The people of the United States love you so much, they're giving you all their tax money. Americans don't get healthcare so that you can get healthcare. Americans don't get healthcare so that you can get Iron Dome bombs, Iron Dome rockets. That's why Americans can't afford a $400 emergency so that Israelis can beat up Palestinians and spit on them in the West Bank.
and are fighting for them. I promised I would share their stories and keep the hostages front of mind. What I did not expect to find on my return home was riotous protests, verbal and physical assaults, calls for the genocide of Jews and the annihilation of
Genocide of
Israel on our
Jews.
most prestigious college campuses. And the world was silent. So-called social justice activists have been brainwashed, and Jewish students do not feel safe. We must educate people.
Folks, did she even mention Palestinians or the plight of the Palestinians
No.
or how many people in Gaza were murdered? Like, Jewish students in America don't feel safe. What are you talking about, bro?
About the history of Israel and the peace-loving, compassionate, inclusive, resilient.
Peace-loving inclusion of Palestinians, of Israelis. Two words, peace-loving and inclusiveness, are, I think, the two words that describe Israel the least. You know what I mean? It is literally a country, it is a Jewish ethno-state where inclusivity is the exact opposite of what they got going on over there. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
Nadim.
So that's Deborah Messing, folks. There's a lot of awkward videos of her in Israel, saying that she feels home, all sorts of shit. So I'm gonna give her an S, folks. Deborah Messing. She co-wrote that letter with Sacha Baron Cohen to try to get TikTok banned, complaining about TikTok because all Gen Z and Gen Alpha don't fuck with Israel.
Yeah.
So that made her mad.
S for being a huge Zionist and being in the wedding date.
So that is Deborah Messing. So S tier is fucking crazy right now. I got Sacha Baron Cohen, Gal Gadot, Jerry Seinfeld, Quentin Tarantino, Noah Schnapp, Michael Rappaport, Amy Schumer, and Deborah Messing. Nightmare Blunt rotation. Now does the ranking make sense? When you see that S tier, like now you're like, God damn.
No, because I feel like S tier should be more exclusive for.
I mean, these are the best of the best Zionists right there. You got again.
No,
look,
sure.
You got Sacha Baron Cohen. You got Noah Schnapp. Look at all them Zionists. Okay, there's a few names left at the bottom. People were saying Jordan Peele in the comments. What has Jordan Peele done to deserve this? He's one of the best up and coming. young filmmakers now. He's in his 40s, I'm guessing. But like, he's made a lot of movies that I like. He's made Nope. He's made Us. He made
Get Out.
Get Out.
He made Key and
Key
Peele.
and Peele. What has he signed? I know
He's
he
married
signed
to
the letter.
Chelsea Peretti.
He signed the letter, and what else has he done?
Fuck.
That's all I can find.
That's it. Look, signing the letter gets you an F in our book. Signing a letter is the most half-assed thing you can do, whether you're pro-Palestine and you're signing a pro-Palestine letter. That's for Nour. And if you support Israel and all you did was sign, like, free the hostages, here's a letter. It's the easy. You gotta, if you want to be a true Zionist, you gotta fucking tweet about that shit. Get on Instagram stories and talk about how much of a Zionist you are. You know what I mean? You gotta own that shit. Same with being pro-Palestine. We have Justin Bieber. Now, is he here because he accidentally posted a picture of Gaza, and he was trying to say like, "Help! I stand with Israel," and he shared a picture of Gaza all fucked.
The funniest thing is that he re-deleted the post. I love it.
He deleted it?
Yeah, he posted it then like in half an hour. Like
what's his name? Justin.
Wait, Jamie Lee Curtis did that.
Gaza. Yeah, praying for Israel. That's so fucking funny, bro. That's so fucking funny.
It's like a drone shot of Gaza. Where do we have this for in Israel, bro?
That's all he's done.
So that's praying for Israel.
That's literally all he's done.
He shared this photo, praying for Israel, which was actually Gaza destroyed. Look, I think Justin Bieber is going through a hard time right now, right? Isn't he on like a lot of drugs?
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business.
He's crashing out,
He's been crashing out for years. Mind you, he's a father. He has a child.
Yeah, that's true.
So God help that baby.
So is Mango. Mango has a wife and child. For anyone who watched yesterday's stream, you know what I'm talking about. Fucking Mango, bro.
Who?
Mango's got a wife and kid. That was a genuine surprise.
What? She's so not my type.
So Justin Bieber, look, just sharing a wrong photo of Israel.
Really? She's so basic looking.
That gets an F to me. That's kind of funny. Like.
So
yeah,
easy.
he's stupid.
Like,
Like
that's the
whatever.
laziest-
No one's waiting for Justin Bieber to do anything. Let's just stop doing drugs.
Hey, what are we doing?
Sorry.
You're screaming into the mic.
Yeah, people are hearing this shit. So Justin Bieber gets an F. Laziest kind of Zionism.
Yeah,
sharing
F.
the wrong photo.
Stupid as
You know what
hell.
I mean?
He's like a cute Zionist, you know.
Yeah, Ethan's basement is asking, is the DNW Discord public or for members only? I think it's public.
It's public.
It's public. The link should be in the description of the
It
video.
is.
Ethan's basement. Would love to have you there. W's in the chat for Ethan's basement, folks. We're almost done with this tier list. I'm starving.
I'm dying.
I'm hungry.
I had work today,
I
and then
should've
I
got
had
food, yeah.
painting class, and I barely ate, and I'm so tired.
You're just doing shit. No,
We're almost done.
I haven't sat down. I
Look,
literally
Reese
haven't sat
Witherspoon
down.
doesn't interest me.
What? Reese Witherspoon is a Zionist?
Yeah.
No!
So start looking at. Okay.
She's tweeted after the October 7 attacks. Anti-Semitism is in any form is deplorable. In person, online, doesn't matter where. It's said and it's unacceptable. Completely understand why my Jewish friends, colleagues are frightened for their families.
Okay,
This is
E.
a very
That's
scary time.
it. That's it.
Okay, she gets an E. It's a little bit more than
It's
like
low,
signing
it's
a
low.
letter. But like I get E. How about an E?
Yeah.
E's pretty good for Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon, please.
Jenner, what's her name? I forgot what the fuck's her name.
I can't. Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner. Okay, what has she done?
She's dating Timothy Chalamet.
Mhm.
Okay, no.
We should put them together.
Yeah, we
There's
should.
an F. Yeah, F. She's next to Timothy Chalamet.
Wait, let me see what she did.
She's like an ignorant Zionist.
I can't recognize these last three.
Olivia.
Olivia.
She posted and then deleted an Instagram story showing support for Israel after October 7. So yeah, very low tier. Yeah, very low tier.
She just pulled Justin Bieber.
Fizzle sends $5 and says, "Feed the crew." I know, right? So you guys should have spoken up about being hungry.
I don't like eating on camera.
We're hungry, yeah.
I don't want to eat on camera either.
You see, I tried.
We're not blaming you.
Wait,
stop it,
I wouldn't
chat.
mind it.
Nadim, انت وهالمايك, you gotta. I know it's. Do it quickly. None of it for fun. All right, we got 3 names left, folks. We're gonna do them quick. Olivia Munn. This one's kind of fun. Let me just tell you guys a little bit about it. So Olivia Munn just recently tweeted out, or like she was doing an interview. She has a kid with I forgot what the fuck's name, John Mulaney, the actor. And they were asking her what kind of entertainment she watches with her kids, and she said she would never watch a Miss Rachel video. She said that she finds Miss Rachel annoying, and all those songs, she finds them extremely annoying. So, as you guys know, Miss Rachel is a massive pro-Palestine supporter. She's been speaking out against Israel and all that sort of thing, hanging out with poor kids who have lost all their limbs. And the internet went crazy, started accusing Olivia Munn of loving Israel and of being the most horrific type of shit in the world. So much so that her husband, John Mulaney, had to put out an Instagram story being like, hey, please leave my wife alone. All she said was she doesn't watch Miss Rachel. You guys have turned it into a political thing. So she's not really a Zionist. We just put her on this list for fun. Let's give her an F. What do you guys think? Nadim, can I have the icons?
Addicts.
Animals.
Definitely an F. Yeah, I don't think she's a Zionist. حرام ظلمناها للبنت.
F? No, she's here for a joke.
She's here for
it's just a joke. Olivia Munn's not a Zionist, folks. We're just having fun.
People said Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman is Israeli, so like, I don't know.
Natalie Portman, I think she should be like a B tier Zionist, by the way.
I don't know what she said, to be honest with you guys.
No, she's literally Israeli.
She tweeted actually things about like the IDF and everything, but not this, not that ragely. It wasn't rageful, you know.
Kenda Ahmed sends $2 and says, Nour, please drink lots of water and protein.
Oh my God, what's up with Nour today?
And T.
Everyone wants Nour. Everyone come kiss Nour on the mouth.
T sends No, don't do that, folks. Please do not come do that. T sends $5 and says, you guys are missing our Brumana queen, Lindsay Lohan. She liked Jamie Lee Curtis's pro-Israel posts. Jamie Lee, we forgot Jamie Lee Curtis, too.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's give her
She was in Hamana, not...
She was in Hamana. Yeah, she was. Lindsay Lohan is not a Zionist to me.
I'd give her an F. Like, she's probably kind of clueless about the whole thing.
Jamie Lee Curtis is also an F.
So Natalie Portman, look, I don't know anything about what did you guys say about that? I'm tired. I'm like, I don't care. D. Fuck it. Natalie Portman gets a D?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Who the fuck is this person?
She deserves a C.
You sent me this person. I have no clue who it was.
Oh, Mandy Moore.
Oh, Mandy Moore,
The chat was asking for Mandy Moore.
I don't
chat,
know.
let us know. You guys were demanding. You guys were asking for Mandy Moore and Jordan Peele. What did Mandy Moore do to be here? Please let us know. She's a singer. She's now an actress, I guess. You guys have no idea who Mandy Moore is?
Look, what? Bella, she was in that movie where she dies at the end, and A Walk to Remember. And she voiced Rapunzel.
My sister used to love A Walk to Remember. I got her that movie on DVD as like a birthday gift once.
Okay.
Depressing movie.
Very depressing.
In response to October 7th, Mandy Moore shared a post by Stand With Us on her Instagram story of an Israeli flag with the caption, "Now and always we stand with the people of Israel." Mandy Moore has not shared anything in support for Palestinian victims of genocide in Gaza. Along with many other Zionists in the music industry, Mandy Moore has signed an open letter demanding organizations to do everything within their power to get much needed aid to the hostages.
She needs
a C?
deserves
Or do you give her a B?
A B, yeah.
Sounds like a B,
She's
right?
a B,
And there you have it, folks. That is our Zionist Hollywood celebrity Zionist tier list that only took us, let me see how long it took us, 1 hour and 20 minutes to get through. Look at this fine. Let's go over them one more time just for clarity. So the S tier, folks, the cream of the crop when it comes to Hollywood Zionists. We got Sacha Baron Cohen, Gal Gadot, Jerry Seinfeld, Quentin Tarantino, Noah Schnapp, Michael Rappaport, Amy Schumer, and Deborah Messing. I think we nailed the S tier.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we fucking nailed
cream of the crop.
Noxolotl says Deborah campaigned against Bison's nomination.
Yeah,
what
she
a fucking
did.
piece of shit. So she deserves that S tier. Also, someone, I think Dizzle McFizzle, Karine sent you $2. Karine, drink water and eat protein.
Thank you.
So you're also getting some love. A tier, we have Mark Zuckerberg, Madonna, Patty Jenkins, Adam Sandler, and Haley Steinfeld. B, we have Frank Sinatra, Eli Roth, and Mandy Moore. C, Mark Hamill, Tom York, and Lana Del Rey. D, Zoe Saldana. What the fuck's her name again?
Natalie
Princess
Portman.
Amidala. Natalie Portman. E, we got Elon Musk, Taylor Swift,
No.
The Rock, and Reese Witherspoon. F, Timothy Chalamet, Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Adam Brody, Chris Pine, Jordan Peele,
Justin Bieber,
and Olivia Munn for not liking Miss Rachel.
Dreadful Utopia says YouTube Zionist tier list next.
Oh, that's a good one. Can you write that down? YouTube
Yeah.
Zionist tier. Yeah, fuck yeah, that could be fun. We're also gonna do a tier list for national anthems.
That's really
That's
good.
gonna be fun. We're gonna listen to a bunch of. We're gonna get like 20 or 30 national anthems.
Wow,
Please,
really?
I want to be on this one.
We're gonna listen to them if you're here.
It's gonna get racist as fuck in here.
We're gonna listen to that shit if you're here. Ahla wa sahla. We're gonna fix your mic. Ahla. Once you have that fixed mic, we're gonna have a good time with those national anthems. We're giving Lebanon a high ranking. Well, actually, no. We're gonna be honest. We're gonna be honest, folks. We're gonna give it the proper ranking on the tier. And that was it for the episode, folks. We're tired. It's 11 p.m. Everyone's gonna go home.
Go to sleep
and get some sleep, get some dinner, get some food.
We're traveling tomorrow.
Have a chill time.
Your life is exhausting, Nadim.
I'm gonna be setting up the new PC tomorrow. So hopefully by Thursday or Friday, it will be ready and we will be ready to stream with it. I'm also going to do an exclusive live stream for members and patrons sometime this week. So please, members, patrons, stay tuned for that. Thank you to everybody who contributed today. Very nice of you guys to support us, including Dreadful Utopia, Nogzolotl, Dizzle, McFizzle. Just some thoughts who just sent €2 and said, Anthony, no protein or water for you. Mar Mat Alt. I'm gonna have some. I might get some shawarma, folks. Or actually, I made some food earlier. Veronica, thank you so much for contributing today. Kenda, T, Veronica. I already said Veronica. Anthony Bensavigo, but Veronica deserves to be named multiple times. Veronica again. Lars, Parks, Marina Nimis. We love all you guys so much. Kelly Morales. Thank you to everybody who contributed today to the success of this live stream. It was a lot of fun. I like doing tier lists. It's kind of fun. We just need more.
It's always fun. It's always funny.
Give us more ideas for tier lists. We've already done like a tier list like ranking Lebanese food, but maybe we can do it again for all of you newbies. Haley D just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you so much, Haley. That's very sweet of you. So all members, you can join us for a fun live stream sometime this week, and patrons. Let me take a second actually to thank some of our lovely patrons. And to do that, I need to open Safari to do that, and that, you know what that means, folks. My computer's gonna blow up. But let's take the chance.
Mabruk, guys, the war's over.
The war's over, yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
That was an exciting 12 days.
Missing contact.
Wait, can I talk? Can I say something about this?
Yeah.
Since when are we like announcing ceasefires on Twitter? And why is this legit, bro?
Because Israel is a fake state.
It's 2025, bro.
I swear I was waiting for, it's like World War III. I was waiting for like a TV announcement, you know, these like SOS, there's like a nuclear attack.
I swear, me and my flatmate were just waiting for like a huge...
I was just waiting for like a president to go, like everyone's like on the TV. We are announcing a ceasefire. So I think in like 2 years they're gonna start hiring content creator for ceasefires. You know.
Let me take a second
like
to thank some patrons. Sorry, Nadim, I'm just so fucking tired.
It's okay, bro.
I can't listen to anything anymore. Got your patrons: Adian Mujabir, Dominic Selzer, Daniel Nechle, Rose for you, and EU Watson. Superhero patrons like Muhammad Mroue, Rana F, Joey Daboud. Blonde patrons like Kuji666, Kidsy Cat, Myri C, and Mitochondria. She's the powerhouse. And abductee patrons like N.A., Karina Carrillo, Jigglypuffer, and Excess Lubricant. Thank you so much. Thank you for Nadim for being here. We haven't seen Nadim in a long time. Hope you guys enjoyed having him here. Nadim,
yes.
Was it fun being back?
Yeah.
When do you come back from traveling?
I think on Monday.
Then you're going to Bulgaria or some shit.
Safe trip.
Tomorrow.
That's a short trip. You guys can hear the cats outside. Karine, oops. Sorry, show the patrons' names. The patrons, you guys saw my patron names. Let me just close this off. Avoid any tragedies. Folks, we're going to have another live stream either Thursday or Friday. We're going to try to do another episode of Do Not Worry with the crew.
They're crazy.
They're going crazy. We're going to try to do another episode.
This is just not serious. We're not allowed to finish.
The world doesn't want us. We're almost done, folks.
Yeah, and I have to drive for half an hour.
Yalla. Well,
So
anyways, folks, you know what? I'm going to end it in the darkness. Folks, we love you. We will see you next time. And as always,